listening to Cullman Community Radio's channel for Cullman County sports. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Listening to Cullman Community Radio's Cullman County Sports Channel. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute. Listening to Cullman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Cullman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
It's an exclusive presentation of the Cullman County Sports Network, powered by Cullman Community Radio. Cullman's Live 95.
Malin's going to call us on number. He's got a hole 20, 25, 30. Malin in the open field 40. Malin across midfield. They're not going to catch him. Malin to the 30, to the 20. Malin's all alone at the 10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Spear up the right side. Can he get in? He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is Friday Night Live, Season 10.
All lines up in the backfield. They send a man around. It's going to be a jet sweep. He takes it off the right side. Got a hole. Cuts loose. Down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
Right back to handoff, and it's going to be a touchdown from Hansville Bulldogs.
It's time for Friday Night Live.
From Cullman Community Radio, powered by Cullman's Live 95.
As it is dark and the fall weather is officially here, we have a matchup between Bulldogs and Raiders here in Walker County tonight. This is Friday Night Live. We thank y'all for listening if y'all are already in here. But this is the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. My name is Tony Thompson. Alongside with me is Tyson Robertson, and we're going to be bringing you this game tonight from Dora High School. I don't know what this field's called. I don't know what this field is called here. I don't know if they even have a name for it, but it is a senior night for Dora, and as they recognize their seniors just a minute ago. Me and Tyson went down on the field, and our guys seem pretty confident tonight, so I'm pretty confident in them. Tyson, you got anything to say about what we saw down there on the field?
I just enjoyed meeting with the team and the coaches pregame, and I think you summed it up correctly that they're very loose tonight. Now don't get me wrong, we've got a lot to play for tonight. Even though we should win this game and should win it comfortably, we still can't go out and just not perform.
Yeah, we can't play with our food.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the deal. I mean, here's what's at stake. You win this game, and you should. You are definitely hosting a playoff game with the opportunity still to win the region.
Yes. That is with hopefully Fayette County if they beat Hamilton tonight. But as the national anthem is played, we are going to stand by and let y'all hear it.
right, the national anthem performed by the Dora High School Bulldog Band, and welcoming back Tony Thompson to the mic.
Yeah, I had to stick my mic out the window so y'all could hear that.
Yeah, this is interesting. One of the first times we've done a game together this year where the band is actually opposite of us.
Thank God. Because I don't know if you remember Fultondale, we actually had to keep our windows closed because they were just entirely too loud. But that's no hate. They got a really good band.
No. They were really good, and once again, the Dora band did a admirable job on the national anthem. Interesting side note, Tony, as we talked about beforehand, Jeremy McFall, the new band director at Good Hope High School, was here at Dora
last season.
So they all know each other well, and like you said, I'm sure Mr. McFall has some special things planned to show his old school tonight from our award-winning Good Hope Raider band.
Yep. Well, Tyson, as it is Dora night, guys, and the reason why we say we should win this game comfortably is this is a 2-7 football team. Coming off a loss to Curry last week, their losses haven't been close. Their wins have been entirely too close. But this is a football team that definitely was not expecting the year that they had, but at the same time, they have the athletes to beat anybody. This is still a good football team at the end of the day. Their running back, I was talking to Coach Scott down there. He said their running back is phenomenal. He's got speed. He's got everything you'd want in a running back.
Yeah, you're talking about number 5, Jacoby Foster for the Dora Bulldogs. He's about a 5'7", 145, 150-pound running back. And how he goes, Dora goes. They're going to run the offense through him, and they are not ashamed of it. Last week against Curry, he went for, I believe, 32 carries and about 260 yards on the ground in that loss.
He's dangerous. And like Coach McCullough told me, he said, man, if he gets out on the outside, I don't know if we have anybody that can keep up with him.
And that's actually a true statement. Watching some of the film, Tony, on the young man, you are correct. If he hits the edge and he gets 2 steps on you, even with Carter and some of our faster Webb Buchanan, they're not catching him. No. So they've got to learn to hold the edges. They're going to have to contain, force everything back inside to get the help that they need. And then if that's the case, we'll be fine, because unfortunately for Dora, I haven't seen much of a passing game for them. So if we can actually get a good lead on them, we could probably knock them out pretty early, I would think, kind of like we've done a couple of times this year, having really large leads at the half.
Yeah, and like we said, we went down there and the guys looked confident. I talked to Parker Johnson today. He's excited. Talked to Carter. He's ready to go. Of course, 2 guys that make a really key impact on our team is Parker Johnson and Carter Rutherford. But Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Michigan Chevrolet, Cleaning and More of Cullman, Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley Attorneys, Cullman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Cullman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Cullman Electric Cooperative. Without y'all, we wouldn't even have a job here.
Absolutely. Once again, we appreciate our sponsors.
But we do got some captains out here. I see 13, Tucker Keefe, 75, Tristan Grunz, 0, Carter Rutherford, and 1, Mason Drake. Tyson, are you surprised that I could see that?
Yeah, because I was looking at it through my binoculars.
Yeah.
We do have 2 players we do need to talk about for Good Hope tonight. That
we got a returner. No, we'll get to it. I'll let you finish, but we do got someone returning tonight to kick off for us. Well, not kick off, but he's going to be kicking extra points.
Yeah, we got luckily we have Chase Pruitt back, the outstanding sophomore kicker for the Raiders. He was injured, I believe, in the Fultondale game, if I'm not mistaken, or no, I'm sorry, it was the Taylorville game. He was injured on the opening kickoff, and this will be his first night back. He was able to put a couple, through the uprights in pregame warm-ups. Looked really good. But a couple of players we will need to keep an eye on tonight. We've got some that are possibly playing tonight, possibly not playing tonight. We'll see how things go. Number 3, Cody Stevens.
Yeah, I talked to him before the game. He said that he is not playing tonight.
Okay, he will not be playing.
Well, there's a chance, but 99.5%, he's not playing tonight.
And unfortunately, we also will be probably more than likely without the services of Eli Drake tonight also. Both of them are very questionable. When I talked to Eli, he said that he might be able to be used in an emergency situation, but, this is a kind of...
We hope we don't have to use it at all.
And it looks like the Dora captains are coming out. They brought their seniors out for...
Yeah, I see number 15, Nigel Bailey. Number 8, Riley Frederick. Holy crap, I've never seen someone use their LEDs like that. It's like a spotlight on midfield, but it looks good. I see number 6, Cleveland Jones, and number 5, Jacoby Foster. I'm sure we'll be calling his name a lot tonight.
Well, like we said, number 5, the offense will run through him. Number 6 is not in uniform. He is in his jersey only, so he will not be playing tonight.
But Good Hope is wearing their away whites with red numbers, white feathered helmets with a red face mask, and silver pants to go along with it. And Dora's going to be in their home navy blue with gold helmets and gold lettering and numbers with navy blue pants to go with it. But Tyson, we hope these Raiders can wrestle down these Bulldogs here tonight.
And we're going to get a chance to see Jacoby Foster on offense first. The Raiders have won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, which means Dora will receive the football first. And I'm interested to see how the defense holds against number 5, Jacoby Foster. Once again, looking at all the film, it was Foster left, Foster right, Foster up the middle. Occasionally, he'll catch a pass out of the backfield. While we're waiting on the team to come out of the field, I want to congratulate Coach Holder and the Raider volleyball team on an outstanding season. Unfortunately, their season had to come to an end at the state tournament in Hoover earlier this week.
I just want to give a shout out to Miss Holder herself. She had a baby 2 days before
and
that.
she had a baby. By the way, congratulations, Noah and Natasha. Absolutely.
Yes, they had a baby 2 days before that, and she was down there coaching that game.
That's just that's some dedication.
That's dedication. But congratulations to Miss Holder. Listen, I love you.
Absolutely.
I know you're probably not listening, but I love you. You was one of my teachers, and I am grateful to have you. Was grateful to have you as a teacher, and congratulations on your second child. But here comes your Good Hope Raiders and the Dora Bulldogs. If they come out with some flag that spelled Dora, that'd be cool if Good Hope got something like that. Maybe one big flag that had GH on it, because Good Hope would be like a lot of people.
And once again, like all Walker County schools this year, they've got the fancy LED light and dancing light show going on. Tony, one real quick observation, and once again, congratulations and a big thank you to the Good Hope Raider traveling family. Once again, this is senior night for Dora, and our crowd has outnumbered their crowd.
I will say that has always been good things about Good Hope fans, and this is why I love Good Hope, and I will always love Good Hope. If they're good, they will pack out any stadium. I mean, you got to think, when we went to Hamilton, that was almost 2-hour drive?
Yeah, it was a crazy drive, yes.
And, I mean, they had more fans than us for a home game, but it was packed on our side, too. But as Chase Pruitt will not be kicking off tonight, he's only kicking extra points. That means Titus Montgomery will be.
And guess who is deep for Dora?
Well, it's not going to him. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure number 50, Titus Montgomery, will probably pop this around the 35 to 40-yard line. But Foster is standing at his own 20.
Here we go. Titus looks to his left, looks to his right. There's the kick, and yep, like you said, they're calling for a fair catch, and it barely went out of bounds. He's lucky Good Hope wasn't able to jump down. You know who I seen out there? Cody Stevens was on the kickoff team.
He did mention to me, now that you say that, I remember he did mention that he might play special teams tonight, so that does not shock me. Plus, Cody's a competitor. He wants to be out there. So we had a penalty on the opening kickoff, kicking it out of bounds, kick on the free kick. So Dora will be 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Tony, take it away.
Yep, and they are going to be in under center here. I'm sure this will be going to Jacoby Foster, if I had to guess. They send 2 men in motion. Yep, here's the toss. Here's Jacoby Foster. And Tyler Bird, what an excellent way to seal the edge there and bring him down for a loss of 2.
That's exactly what we talked about. Tyler Bird fought through a block and set the edge, and Foster had nowhere to go and ended up losing 1 yard. Congratulations, Tyler Bird. What a great play that was.
But as the loss of 1, that brings up a 2nd and 11 from the 34-yard line of Dora as they are trying to use this opening drive to get down the field and score on this Raider team. It looks like number 4 is their quarterback.
That's Ashton Davis.
Ashton Davis. Davis under center. Here's the snap. It's going to be a fullback dive up the middle. Number 22, Caden Collins.
Caden Collins.
You know, that's a name that I've called out a lot this year. Him and Kane Anderson, both those linebackers in the middle, making big plays. But after a gain of 4, maybe 5, that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, 8.
3rd and 7 from the 38-yard line. Once again, like you said, Collins did a good job. They actually fooled us a little bit. They brought Foster around the edge and then handed it off to the up back up the middle, and Collins filled the hole. There was a hole there, but Collins stepped in, filled it, and brought him down for just a very short 4-yard gain. 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Davis under center again. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a play action. And he's got a man wide open, and he's going to have enough for a first down. That's actually a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down.
Yeah, that's one of the things that went to number 2, Evan Chanel. He just came out in the flat, and like you said, he was wide open, and a good pass by Davis got it right into his numbers, and he was able to fight for the first down. So we'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 48-yard line
as they are looking to drive down this field on this Good Hope defense that was really good to start the year. In the past couple of weeks, we've been giving up some points, but just some really good teams. But here's 2 men in motion. Davis under center. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster right up the middle. And somebody got a hold of him. He's still going to get a gain of maybe 4 there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. And we've got a flag. We got 3 flags. Holy goodness, it's flag galore.
Yeah, we got some late hits back there. That was Hunter Miller that stepped in to make that play. Stopped him for about a 3-yard gain. But there are yellow markers all over the Good Hope secondary.
Looks like it's going to go against Good Hope. Sportsman's like kind of, on the offense. Nope, offsetting penalties.
They're going to call it offsetting.
It was 66 and goodness, Ross Clark. You know, I don't know why. I know his name. I have a hard time getting it out. But it was them two that fought. That they were not really fighting, but they were pushing and shoving the play before that, and they were pushing and shoving on this play afterwards.
Okay, well, the referee has changed the call
to
personal fouls, because the unsportsmanlike, you get 2 of those and you're done. So it's good that he did change that to personal foul. So the play does stand. 2nd down and 5.
For the first time, we're going to see a pistol-like formation here with Davis and Foster standing right behind him. Here's the snap. It's going to be a toss out to Foster. And like we said, we got a bunch of speed, and here he goes. And he's going to bring it up to about the 38, 39-yard line, and we still got players pushing and shoving back here. And there's another flag.
Yeah, you know, Tony, the thing that kind of bothers me about that, and I don't know who it's going to go against, is there was a back judge right there that had broken it up and did not throw a flag. The official on the home sideline from 30 yards away threw the flag.
Yep, it's going to go against Good Hope.
So, and like I said, it didn't matter if it was against us or them. I don't like the way that was called, because the official standing right there did not throw a flag.
And that was on number 3, Cody Stevens, as he is coming out of the game.
Yeah.
Well, Coach said, turn around, go play some football.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said,
But that's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for Dora, as they are up to the 28-yard line of Good Hope. They're looking to score early on us. But Davis in the backfield. Foster to his left in a shotgun formation. 3 receivers down. They jumped. There it is.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a false start there. Got a little bit of a head start. Once again, let's put them behind the chains and let's watch that little pass, into the flat that they hit earlier on this drive for the first down on third.
It's going to be a false start. It's going to back them up 5 yards. That'll bring up 1st and 15 from the 33-yard lines. If you're just joining us, the score here is 0-0. The Dora Bulldogs is looking to drive. They have been driving down the field on Godot. A couple penalties have helped them out getting down here. But over 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. Your score here is 0-0 as Dora is looking to score early on this Godot defense. But here we are. Davis in the backfield. Foster to his right. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster. He's going to look to try to bounce outside. He does got a lot of speed. We're taking bad angles. No, we're not. Tyler Bird.
Yeah, once again, a great job by Tyler Bird there.
That's actually going to be a loss of 4. Sorry, Tyson.
No, it's okay. He and I didn't see who else was out there. It may have been...
I believe it was a Webb Buchanan.
A Webb Buchanan. All right, good. So, once again, 2 of our faster players strung that play out, and Foster had nowhere to go. He could not cut it up, so he basically ran to the sideline, got tackled for about a 4-yard loss. Yep. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 19.
That's what they got on the scoreboard, 2nd and 19. Once again, your score here is 0-0, 8.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, as Dora is not in no hurry to snap this ball with 9 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have to probably call a timeout here.
4, 3.
Yep, there's Coach Davis Williams says, let's call a timeout, and he is not happy with his offensive staff after that.
Tyson, I wasn't expecting Dora to just march it down the field on us on this opening drive.
Well, until you get used to the speed of Jacoby Foster, and then once again they had the one play action pass
that really got us. That's what really got him down the field. It was about a 15-yard gain out of the tight end. But like you said, Jacoby Foster, you got to deal with his speed, and I actually thought that Tyler Burke took a bad angle there, but he was able to wrap him up for a 4-yard loss. But Webb was there. I think Webb could have got him down. But shout out to Tyler Bird. That's 2 big plays already on Foster
Tyler's
2 tackles for losses.
Yeah, Tyler's definitely setting the edge, and I'm sure that's what Coach Scott preached all week on this offense is you cannot let them outside. Keep everything inside where you have help, and it's paid off on a couple of plays. Once again, we've had the one penalty. Be it legitimate or not, I'm not saying it wasn't. Like I said, I just didn't like the way it was handled.
Yeah. I get what you're saying there, because it was like you said, the sideline judges were the one that threw the flag when a bag judge was breaking it up. But here we are, 2nd and 19. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. It's going to be Davis under center. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Foster. He's looking to bounce outside, and I think they've got a hold. Nope, there's the flag. Webb Buchanan pushed him out of bounds. I'm sure that's coming back for holding. I think about 3 that they didn't call.
Yeah, number 74 for Dora absolutely tackled Collins in the backfield, or Collins wouldn't have made that play.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only reason that the play got outside is because number 74 tackled number 22.
But after a gain of 9, that is actually going to bring them back 10 yards, because that was from the line of scrimmage, and it's a spot foul. That's going to bring them 2nd and 29.
Well, they gave him a little bit of credit there, so let's call it 2nd and 25.
That's still a long ways to go.
Yeah, they're on the 43.
Got to get to about the 17.
They need the 18.
Yeah.
Yep. So
2nd and 30.
I'm actually a little surprised they went with just a straight handoff on that play.
It's going to be 2nd and 30, actually. Here we go. Davis in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. He's got blockers in front of him, and he's making a couple guys miss. He's going to be brought down by Kane Anderson, and it looks like Cody Stevens was there to also make a tackle, but that's still going to be a long 3rd down. It's going to be about 3rd and 15 from the 32.
Yeah, good play call by the Bulldog coaches there. Once again, they outflanked us, and we didn't have an answer for the cutback, and Davis, the quarterback, cut back on the lane, and there was nobody there that allowed him to make about a 15-yard gain on that play.
Once again, if you're just joining us, it is 3rd and 15 from the 32-yard line. Your score here is 0-0, just under 7 minutes in the first quarter. But here's the snap. It's going to be it looked like it was supposed to be a handoff, but Davis is going to keep it.
Yeah, that was a busted play. It
looked like Tristan Grund is going to make the tackle. It was definitely a busted play, because he reached out saying, here, somebody take the ball. And he was like, well, I'm just going to have to do it myself. But that looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field here.
Yeah, 4th and 12, 4th and 11 from the 30. And you're right. Foster wasn't on the field for that play, and I wonder if his backup just missed the call or just didn't know what the exact assignment was. But, that was definitely a busted play as Davis had nobody to hand it to, and he just took off running.
This is something we ain't seen. It is a 5-wide formation for Dora. We're going to only have 3 rushing here, but here's the running back. It's going to be a motion. It's going to be another pop, and Clark. Oh, he dropped it. Picked up by an offensive lineman, but that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Good Hope will retain from the 41.
Yeah, that was all Kane Anderson. Kane Anderson broke that play up. They tried to run a flea flicker. They tried to run a double reverse pass, and Kane Anderson got into the backfield, disrupted it, caused a strip sack fumble, and that was picked up by a lineman for Dora. And then, like you said, Tristan Grun was right there to make the tackle and turn it over to Good Hope. 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Here we go. Good Hope's offense is on the field. It's going to be that little heavy package kind of like formation, but here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Drake right up the middle, and not much, just a gain of 2 up to the 43, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
As Marcus Robinson, number 29 for the Bulldogs, filled the hole right there and held Drake to a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. We're going to be in a shotgun formation here. We got Johnson with Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. Parker's got the speed. There he goes. He's going to just dive forward after a gain of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd and maybe 2 or 3 from the Good Hope 48. You got to get to the Dora 49 for a first down.
Yeah, it was designed to run the whole way. I thought we had a little bit. I thought we had them outflanked, but they had a defender come in and break through and was able to make that tackle. But once again, a good run by Parker Johnson there brings up a very makeable 3rd and 3.
Here we go. We got that heavy-like formation with a Parker in the backfield with Drake to his right. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff to Drake, and oh my goodness, he did not get it. He's going to be brought down right at the 50-yard line. You need 1 yard for a first down, I doubt.
Number 7 for Dora blew that play up. Number 7 is Jackson Hart. He got penetration right through the middle and actually hit Drake in the backfield, and that's why he wasn't able to get enough steam to make that first down. So it's 4th and short from midfield. Of course, Good Hope will go for it.
Here we go, 4th and 1. Something we ain't seen much of this year. Parker Johnson is under center. And here's a snap. It's going to be, oh my goodness.
Number 29 for Dora. Once again, that's Robinson. He beat the block of Tucker Screws and got underneath Drake and upended Drake before he could get any kind of step. He ended up losing a yard on the play. So once again, Dora defense steps up. It'll be 1st and 10 Dora from the Good Hope 49-yard line.
Dora will start in Good Hope territory. Just questionable play call. That's something that you only need a yard. Just push your quarterback forward. But here we go. Davis is under center. Foster in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Foster up the middle. And he's bouncing outside. And Cody Stevens was probably the only tackle that was going to stop from a touchdown. But that's good for Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan's first down up to the 36-yard line of Good Hope. But Cody Stevens with a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, Dora's already made a little bit of an adjustment. They went to a 3-back set there, basically a power I, three backs lined up behind the quarterback, and they just went max block, and Foster was able to find the hole in the middle of the defense and scooted for almost 15 yards on that play. 13, I think, is the total. 1st and 10 Dora from the Good Hope 36.
There we go, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Nope. I see some flags. False start on the offense. That's going to back him up 5 yards to the 41. That'll bring up a 1st and 15. If you're just joining us, our score here is 0-0. We had them on a turnovers on down, and then we went 4 and out. Failed to get our 4th and 1. We give them the ball back in our territory, and Dora is looking to drive down the field and score on us in this first quarter. But your score here is 0-0. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And once again, that adjustment that Dora's made, they were lined up in the power eye again, and that play again was going up the middle to Foster. Once again, we need to be aware of that and need to make sure we set those edges again, because they can run a play action or they can run a counter off that play and try to get it outside. So we need to watch out for that.
Here we are, 1st and 15. Ball spotted at the Good Hope 41. They got to get to the 26 for a first down. And it looks like somebody jumped off or false start again.
Yeah, it's an official's timeout. Maybe an equipment issue. Oh, was there a flag thrown? I didn't see the flag.
I'm not sure what. He threw a flag, so there's got to be something. False start.
They did call another false start. Okay.
I didn't know you could get a false start before you ever got set. That's going to back my 5 more yards.
And I think that's what Coach Williams, and we're on the Dora sideline, and we got a good view of the Dora coach, and I think that's what he was asking is how can you call that?
They wasn't even said. I don't even think an offensive lineman has squatted down yet before they call that. But once again, your score here is 0-0, 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's going to be a 1st and 20 from the Good Hope 46 for Dora after 2 false starts, but they're going to drop back. Nope, they're still in that power eye formation.
Yeah, and once again, this is what caught Dora the last time, going into a long yardage situation.
Here's a snap. It's going to be a hand up to Foster up the middle, and we ate that alive up in the inside. And there we go. Finally.
Yeah, it was Isaiah Owen, number 60, and Collins, number 22, shut that play down. That's good defense, good penetration there. And once again, Isaiah Owen got through and blew that play up. So, once again, Dora is very comfortable trying to run the ball with Foster. Like I said, they have thrown it the one time.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 18 from the 44-yard line. They're going to go to that pistol-like formation with Davis in the backfield and Foster right behind him. They got 3 wide down close to us. Here's a snap. It's high. Foster with the carry here, and he somehow broke 2 tackles, and he's still driving forward. He's got right back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 36.
Yeah, he just keeps his legs driving. He broke 3 Raider tackles there. We had him for about no gain, and then had him again for about a yard gain, and then let him get up all the way to a 4, 5, 6 yard gain.
That's actually an 8-yard gain.
8-yard gain, sorry. But, yeah, once again, we just need to learn to wrap up. He just kept his legs driving. So, good job by that young man not giving up on the play when he got hit in the backfield.
3rd and 10. They're in that pistol-like formation. Once again, here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster up the middle. And he's making a couple guys miss. And he's going to be brought down around the 26. Or 31. No, 26. God, the PA announcer got me messed up there. Yep. It's going to be a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for Dora. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here is 0-0. Dora is stomping in Good Hope territory. A minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter. No score.
Yeah, what happened there, Tony? We've had the plays diagnosed. He's just making people miss right now. We're
having
being
a hard time tackling.
A little flat-footed. He's just going around some of our guys.
2 men in motion. Davis under center. Foster, the second running back. But here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to him, and he's breaking through right up the middle. Tucker Keefe and Tyler Burden meets him, but not after a gain of 6 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to need to make some kind of adjustment. We maybe, I don't want to say run a spy on him, but we've got to, once again, figure out a way to wall him in this position as we're under 1 minute to play in the first quarter.
2nd and 4. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Davis under center. Foster, the second running back in this power I formation. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster. He's going to trip forward for a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the 17-yard line.
We did a better job that time.
The PA announcer is messing me all up. I got to stop listening to him.
Yeah, don't listen to the PA announcer. They don't know what they're doing. So that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. A quarter completely dominated by Dora, to be honest.
We had 4 plays.
Four plays we've run in the quarter.
They might snap this before it's over. Yep, here it is. It's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way, and he's going to have enough for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score here is 0-0. Your Good Hope Raiders has got to find a way to get off the field and maybe score a touchdown the next time they get the ball. But we're going to take a quick break. Once again, your score here is 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Cullman. It's Cleaning and More Cullman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Cullman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Cullman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Cullman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Cullman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecullman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecullman.com. Or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Cullman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. Tony Thompson, Tyson Robertson on the call here tonight. Your score here is 0-0, and Dora is in the Good Hope red zone at the start of the second quarter here. And it's going to be that power I formation. It's going to be a fullback dive right up the middle. He's going to get a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line.
Number 2, Robinson on the carry up the middle. They, once again, they're using Foster a little bit of as a decoy there. But good job by the Raider defense that time. Robinson is a taller young man. He's probably 6 foot or better, while Foster is, like I said, about 5'7", and he just basically leaped over the line of scrimmage to pick up those couple of yards on that play.
After a 3-yard gain, it's going to bring up 2nd and 7. They're going to be back in that power I formation. Davis under center. Foster, the second running back in this look. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a fake inside give to him. And he tried to jump over his own offensive lineman. He was met by 2 Raiders. He's going to get a gain of 1. That's going to bring him 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Mason Drake met him. Mason Drake read that. They ran a counter play. I've been waiting on that play, and they finally ran it. And Mason Drake absolutely blew that play up. He tried to jump over the line, as you said, and Drake was waiting on him and said, no, you can't go through this hole. So big play by Mason Drake there. Brings up a big 3rd down for the Raider defense.
It's going to be looks like maybe a loss of 1. It's going to be a 3rd and 8. I thought he got 1, but he lost 1. 3rd and 8. Your score here 0-0. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I see 4 offensive linemen. I see an offensive lineman carrying the ball. And he's breaking tackles.
Yeah, number 74, the offensive lineman. We knew that was going to be an interesting play when that number 12 was lined up as the left guard. And they, like you said, they had their lineman on the backfield. I think this is going to be an illegal formation. Yes, illegal procedure. So nullifies that play. It's a good idea.
A great idea. I'm not expecting an offensive lineman to catch the ball and start running with it.
Yeah, number 74 ran as a...
pretty much like a wildcat quarterback.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It looked like Coach Williams was drawing off of Coach DeBoer at Alabama. You know, Chavis Williams did play at Alabama, and he looks like he's trying to conjure up some Caden Proctor play there.
And somehow it's only a loss of a 4-yard penalty, but it's going to be a 3rd and 12. Here's a snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. He's got the speed to get to the outside. He's breaking tackles. There he goes. Inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8.
Hunter Miller absolutely ran that play down from the backside. If Hunter Miller doesn't make that play, I'm not sure he doesn't cut back and maybe score there. So good job, Hunter Miller, number 27.
It's going to be 4th and 4.
And they're going to bring on their field goal unit.
Hey, their kicker had a little leg on him. I saw him in the pregame. Tyson, you might be able to see this better than I can.
I got it, yeah. Number 57 kicking for the... that's Levi Fivas.
Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it is way
wide
off.
right.
Way off.
Yeah, he looked like he just mishit that ball because that didn't look good at all.
But after the turnover on downs, your score here still 0-0. Good Hope retains the ball in their own territory at their own 9-yard line.
No, they'll move it to the 20.
Will they? No, I think we get it from where they snapped it.
Maybe so. I apologize. I'm thinking college all of a sudden.
But here we go. 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Once again, your score here is 0-0.
No, they did move it to the 20.
Okay, they did.
Yeah, and once again, that first quarter completely dominated by Dora in their offense.
This is only our second drive.
Yeah, we had the ball for 4 plays in the first quarter. This is the first time we've touched it.
Here's a snap. It's Mason Drake as the Wildcat quarterback. And after a gain of 2, he's brought down. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Good Hope Raiders.
Yeah, Dora playing some inspired ball right now. Their guys are jumping up and down and celebrating every play right now. Every time they stop us.
Second and 8. We're going to be in a 5-wide formation. I'm sure this is going to be some kind of screen pass.
This will be a screen pass, yes.
But Parker Johnson, the lone quarterback in the backfield. Here's the snap, and it's a screen pass to Drake. He cuts back inside. Oh, man, he makes a couple man miss. He's going to get up to
there's
the
flag down. I bet we're going to get a hold, and there's another flag on the sideline of Dora. That might be interesting.
Infraction.
Unless they said something. That is interesting.
Warning.
Okay, sideline warning. Okay.
No, I don't know yet. I'm just saying that's what I think it might be. But Good Hope's looking to snap the ball here. They're bringing it up here.
Okay, I guess there was not a...
I guess they picked up the flag, but that's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down as it stands.
Okay, there's the sideline warning against Dora. Okay,
yes. I don't know what the first flag you saw. I did not see it.
Yeah, it came from the other sideline. I thought maybe they got us on a hold, but apparently they picked it up, or maybe he just dropped it. Who knows?
We got to the 31-yard line for a first down to Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down, but here we are. Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a read option. Johnson's going to keep it up the middle. He's making a couple guys miss. There he goes. 50, 40. He's going to get hit way late. There's the flags.
There come the flags. He
got
way
up to
out
the
of bounds.
33-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down up to the 33. Add 15 more. We'll be at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that was, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 39. So add 15
to that,
39.
24. We'll be at the 24-yard.
But yeah, that was once again, he was 5 or 6 steps out of bounds when he got hit.
He got hit at the 33. So yeah, that was definitely late.
Once again, as you said, a good read option that time, and actually both options were available. Drake had it around the corner, and Parker pulled it and took off inside and then busted it back out to the left, and there was nobody for Dora out there
after the
creating that big gain.
After the mark off to the 24, it's 1st and 10 for your Good Hope Raiders. Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Drake up the middle, and he breaks a couple tackles, and there he goes. Touchdown, Raiders. Mason Drake with a 24-yard touchdown carry for the Good Hope Raiders.
Yeah, once again, that just shows you where this team is. They came out, they sold out on the run all 4 plays in the first drive, and now they have to respect the screen pass, so they've got their guys out wide and left the inside open for Mason Drake.
Here we go. Chase Pruitt, welcome back. Let's see what you got, kid. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up. Looks good for me. And that's going to be a roughing the kicker. The kick is good. Hey, don't touch royalty there. Do not touch royalty. I seen his dad. He was about halfway on the field. He's about ready to go out there and say something.
Yeah, the point after was good. There will be a roughing the kicker. Well, they call it running into the kicker. They didn't give him a personal foul, so it'll only be a 5-yard penalty. But
hey, it comes from the kickoff. That'll move us up to the 45 is where we'll kick it from.
The thing we talked about before the game, the way this stadium is set up on the south side of the end zone towards the baseball field, there's a big drop off with 2 fences, and Chase just cleared both fences, so that's one missing football now.
unless they got some kind of baseball player out there practicing ground balls, I don't think we were going to be getting that one. But they moved the ball up to the 45 after the running into the kicker penalty. Once again, after the Good Hope Raider touchdown, Mason Drake with a 24-yard touchdown run. Your new score here, 7-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs with a little over 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Once again, your score here, 7-0. Good Hope Raiders. Titus look to his right, look to his left, and here's the kick. It's just a little pooch kick, and they're going to call for a fair catch. Oh, he dropped it. Yeah, he was able to successfully dive back onto it, but he's lucky enough because we had guys storming down there to get to that.
That's number 23, Sawyer Pruden, for the Dora Bulldogs. And once he calls for the fair catch and then he muffs it like he did, he becomes fair game.
Yeah, you are fair game, son, after you muff the kickoff. But after the fair catch, muffed fumble, and they jump on it, they are down at the 22-yard line. That's where they will start shop. 1st and 10 for Dora at the Good Hope 22-yard line. They're going to be in that I formation look. Davis, here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster, and he just slipped. Turf Monster got him. Maybe all that grass growing up out there, he slipped on something.
Well, once again, I'm not sure if he'd gotten anywhere because Tyler Bird had set the edge and was waiting on him.
He somehow slipped forward for a 1-yard gain. That's going to, or 2-yard gain. They're going to say it's 2nd and 8. It looks like 1 to me. I'm going to say 2nd and 9. So that looks like 1 to me.
So good job by Tyler Bird again. Tyler's playing a pretty good game on defense right now, setting the edge, not letting Foster on the outside. Let's see if we can keep that up as they line up to go to the wide side of the field this time.
2nd and 9. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. 2-man in motion, I formation look. Foster in the backfield. Davis, here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster. Setting the edge again. He's going to have nowhere to go. Brought him down. I don't know if he got a gain of 2.
Yeah, once again, Tyler Bird does not get credit for the tackle there, but he set the edge and let Caden Collins and Tucker Keefe come over to make that tackle for a very short gain. So once again, Tyler Bird, that was all on you, sir. Good defensive play there.
3rd and 6. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. You got to get to the 32. Oh, well, that's 3rd and 5 then.
Yeah, once again, just like we talked about, if you set the edge, force him back inside, and you get help, that's exactly the way that one played out.
What I'm looking at right here, I see 3 down linemen in the backfield. Here's the toss to Foster, and he's going to bounce inside. Caden Collins, what a great tackle, Caden Collins.
Yeah, Kane Anderson went low on him, and Collins went high, and they double-teamed him for a very short game. Brings up 4th and 5, and
like
Dora's going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, you cannot give this Good Hope offense, who found something, a chance here at their own 27-yard line.
So number 33, Joey McAvoy, will be in punt formation for the Bulldogs. Carter Rutherford, number 0, deep for the Raiders. He returned one last week. Let's see if we can get another one.
He's dangerous.
He is very dangerous as a punt returner.
But here we go. 4th and 5. Got to watch for a fake. It's not a fake. Here's a snap. The punt is up. It's a decent one. And it's going to drop down. Do not touch it. Do not touch it. Ooh.
Yeah, Caleb Bowles, number 12, got a little bit too close for comfort on that one. He was blocking, and the ball actually bounced toward him, and he had his back to it, and it was rolling to him, and that's when you said, hey, get away from it. And I think Caleb finally realized he was really close, so he jumped. And
that's actually Carter's job to let him know, hey, that's
absolutely.
But after the punt, that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for your Good Hope Raiders as they're going to start here from the 44 of their own side of the field. We've got some kind of weird looking formation I ain't seen all year. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Rutherford. He's going to bounce out to the outside. He makes one guy miss. There he goes, breaking another tackle. He bounces back inside. He's going to get up to the Dora 45. That's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's 1st down for your Good Hope Raiders.
Yeah, Carter Rutherford basically just took the ball out of the backfield and ran around left end, made a couple of guys miss. He outran one and was able to pick up about 11 yards once again for that Josh Phillips first down. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Dora 45-yard line.
Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pass. And he's looking towards Zero's way. Zero.
And you got to throw the flag there.
They are not going to throw it. He was there definitely early. Pushed him before the ball ever got there. Hey.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're looking at. Just recapping, Parker laid it out for Carter Rutherford streaking down the right sideline. The Dora defender was beat and then just basically shoved Carter Rutherford before the ball got there.
But after the incomplete pass, it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Your score here is 7-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. 5 minutes and 13 seconds remain. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. And he's going to be stood up by about 3 or 4 Dora defenders. He's only going to get a gain of 2. That's going to bring him 3rd and 8 from the 40.
Yeah, I think that's one Parker probably should have handed off to Drake.
And Mason's throwing his hands up to the sideline like, hey, that should have been.
Yeah, I think Parker may have misread that one because there was a wall of defenders waiting on him, and like I said, he only was able to pick up about 2 yards, and Mason Drake looked like he had the edge there, so brings up 3rd and long for the Raiders. Let's see if they can dial something up to get the first
Tyson,
down.
I don't know about you, but I see a mismatch down here that I would love to take advantage of.
Talking about number 4, Aiden Young.
Yes, here's a snap, and it's going to be a pass. Johnson rolls out. He finds Riker Hancock, and
good defensive.
I see a flag at the 40-yard line. I don't know what this is going to be. Maybe an illegal man down or an eligible man downfield.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Good pass to Riker Hancock. Riker tried.
He didn't have enough for a first down, but I mean, hey, they got closer for us. But it is going to be an eligible receiver downfield for Good Hope.
So I'm not sure if Dora. Well, they're gonna take the penalty.
Well, I mean, Good Hope's not going to punt from their own 40.
Well, they're not going to punt from their own 50 or from the 50 either.
So. Well, I mean, it's 3rd down now. So, I mean, I guess, yeah. I get what you're saying.
It's either 4th and 5 or 3rd and 13. So
I'm seeing this matchup down here, number 13 for Dora, and whoever. I mean, you got 3 guys right here that's just massive. I would say just throw it up to whoever he's guarding and let them go get it. Here we are, Johnson in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking downfield. He's got a cannon, and he's going to launch it towards Carter Rutherford.
Yeah,
and I don't know about that pass.
I'm not 100% sure that's where we wanted Parker to go with on that ball because he threw that one into triple coverage. Dora did a good job of following Carter Rutherford. We had one-on-one matchups on the downside with Keefe and Screws and Aiden Young. And I think Parker just said, I'm going to throw it up, which is fine. You can throw it up. Carter Rutherford's a heck of an athlete, and just let him go get it. But, you know, he threw it into triple coverage and a good break on the ball by the Dora defender there.
Well, we're going to back up and punt here from the 48-yard line. Here's a snap. Rutherford drops it down. It is a beauty. What a beautiful punt. The Dora player catches it. That is Foster, and he's dangerous. You got to bring him down, and we will push him out of bounds right at the 27-yard line of our side of the field. Once again, your score here 7-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the flip side here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network. Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster right up the middle. He's going to break a couple tackles. Tucker Keefe said, "You're not going anywhere, son."
Yeah, good tackle. Good open field tackle by Tucker Keefe there.
He got a gain of 6. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for Dora at the Good Hope 34-yard line. And they're bringing in Grund. And I believe Dora looks at this and they say, okay, they brought in Big 75. Let's bounce it to the outside. We take him out. And they say, hey, let's run it through the middle.
Yeah, once again, a good job by the defense there. Tucker Keefe, he did break the original containment at the line of scrimmage, and then Tucker Keefe was there to meet him. And it just, once again, a good open field tackle by 13 Keefe there to hold him to only a 6-yard gain.
2nd and 4. They're going to be still be in that I formation. Davis, here's a snap. He's going to hand it off. Oh, they fumbled it.
I believe Collins got on it. We're going to check to make sure. Kane Anderson comes out with it.
That's going to be Good Hope football after the missed handoff. to the fullback up the middle. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from our own 34-yard line. We've got to take advantage of this good field.
I'm not 100% sure Robinson knew he was supposed to get the ball there because it looked like he was running in to block, and the ball ended up in his chest, and he didn't grab it, and it hit the ground. And once again, and there was Kane Anderson to jump on it. 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Dora 34-yard line.
As we set up here, we've got 3 receivers down close. We've got Johnson in the backfield with Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a pass out to Aiden Young. He makes a grab. He's going to cut back inside. He's going to trip and fall, but not after a gain of 8 yards up to the 26-yard line of Good Hope. Oh, well, they're going to call him down. That's a questionable spot. They're going to call him down at the 27. That's okay. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3.
But nice throw and catch there from Parker Johnson to Aiden Young. Good job on the yards after catch by Young.
Same formation. Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Drake. Nope, it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and there he goes. Oh, and he tosses it out to Carter Rutherford. What a play. Rutherford's going to break a couple tackles. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line. That's where Good Hope's going to start here. And
there is a penalty marker on the far side of the field on a play that
ineligible receiver downfield.
Well, it can't be because it's a backwards pass. It was a lateral. We got a personal foul, chop block against the Raiders. That hurts. That's a 15-yard penalty. I did not see it, but then again, I wasn't looking because it happened on the far side.
On the far side when the play was here on the
near side. Yeah, on the home sideline.
I thought he said ineligible receiver downfield, and I was about to ask you. I was like, can you do that? Is not a call when it's a backwards pass.
No, backwards pass, there is no such thing.
You can do that down the field.
Yeah, that's what made that such a great play by both Johnson and Rutherford.
We're going to be back in this same formation, except we got Rutherford down here close to us. Here's the snap. It's going to be a swing pass over to Mason Drake. What a play. But he's going to get wrapped up right here at the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and probably 16, maybe 15. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like our receiver, and I'm not sure which receiver it was. Look, they missed an engaged block there that would have
Carter Rutherford. I saw
it. Once again, if we were able to get some positive yards, and let's pick up this 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 from the 39-yard line.
Well, we ain't got to get it all back. At least make it a manageable 4th down here.
Correct.
Here's the snap to Johnson. He drops back to pass. He's looking to the far side here. Close side here. And he threw it right over Aiden Young's head.
Young was open.
It is
just unfortunate that
there's no shot we punt here, right?
No. We're going for this. Once again, Parker just airmailed that one.
It was a good play. It was a little comeback route, a deep comeback route from Aiden Young.
He had pressure on him. That may have been one of the causes. Looks like they were only rushing 3, but one of the 3 ran free at him, so that may have been why he airmailed it. Once again, just unfortunate because, like I said, Aiden Young was open, and it would not have been a 1st down, but it would have made this a much more manageable play.
And Good Hope's going to call a timeout here. And while they call a timeout, I think you got it pulled up here. Let's get an Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update from Tyson Robertson.
Yeah, playing right now for the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Playing in the 2nd quarter, the Cullman Bearcats 7, Buckhorn 0. In the 2nd quarter, Fairview 21, East Limestone 0. In the 2nd quarter, West Point 13, Ardmore 7. In the 1st quarter, Phil Campbell 21, the Hansville Bulldogs 0. And for that big playoff implication game in Vinemont, right now in the 2nd quarter, Winfield up 21-0 on the Eagles.
They are actually at Winfield.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's at Winfield. I apologize.
No, you're good.
And then once again in the 2nd quarter, Collinsville 14, the Holly Pond Broncos 0, and in the 2nd quarter, Falkville 14, the Cold Springs Eagles 6. Once again, that's on the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard.
Once again, your score here, 7-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead. 1 minute and 20 seconds here in the 2nd quarter, right before halftime. It's a 4th and 15. Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his right. Obvious passing down. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pass. He's looking downfield. He's got Rutherford. Rutherford's trying to find the ball. Oh, my goodness. He got laid out.
That was a good defensive play by number 5, Jacoby Foster. He is literally doing everything for this Dora team. Carter Rutherford was open, and in fact, Tony, as you probably noticed, I had my hands up in the air thinking it was a touchdown, and Foster broke off of his receiver and covered a lot of ground.
Coach Scott's got a very good point here. He's saying helmet-to-helmet contact.
But,
I don't know if that's a call here in high school. I'm sure it is. It's got to be. It's called on every other.
But once again, number 5, he is there, Mr. Everything, and once again proves it there. Now, he is not in the game right now. He is out of the game. They have replaced him in the offense.
Well, it's going to be a handoff to this backup running back here, and he's just going to bulldoze his way forward. And usually we don't see Kane Anderson get bulldozed often, but he did.
That's number 22 for the Bulldogs, Caleb Brown. And he was able to pick up about 5, like you said, by bulldozing Kane Anderson.
I see where you're going with that, bulldogging.
Nah, I didn't mean to.
He got out of bounds, but they said clock running, so it's clock's running 7-0. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. They're going to stay in this little I formation. I doubt they're going to pass out of this. Here's the snap. Well, look at me. I'm wrong. He's got a man open. He's not going to take it. He's looking to run. He's got a couple guys open. He's going to find a man downfield up to the 34-yard line. Number 33.
That's Joey McAvoy, who broke to the sideline under the coverage of Tucker Keefe, and their quarterback just made a play. He had a heavy pressure. He stepped to the side. Ashton Davis, number 4, and then he let it fly and hit the receiver right on the sideline. Sometimes you just got to say nice play, and that's one of those plays.
That's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. Here's the snap. Davison's shotgun. He's looking toward the running back down close, and he's still bobbling it. He's going to be brought down inbounds up to the 29-yard line. There's the timeout by Dora. 15 seconds here before halftime, 7-0, and Dora is driving down this field right now. Hey, if I'm looking at this, I'm saying, why don't we pass the ball more? Because they're going right down the field on this, Tyson.
Well, once again, this was not in the game plan. This is something that Coach Scott probably is going to make a very quick adjustment on, especially with only 15 seconds left in the half, and they've used their second timeout, so they still have one timeout left, which means they still have one play, try to get a little closer to a field goal. Another attempt. They've already missed one, short one tonight. But
they're definitely going for 7 here. They're not going for 3.
Oh, definitely so. And that's one thing you got to do if you're Coach Scott, coaching up the defense. Once again, that was a busted play that they hit. And like I said, sometimes you just got to say, hey, congratulations, you made a play, and that's what that was.
Really, if you think about it, our defense hasn't been gashed on passing plays much this year. Hamilton maybe. But Hamilton's just got a star quarterback. There's just nothing about that.
Yeah, and once again, there was nothing wrong there. The quarterback Davis just made a play. He was under pressure. He sidestepped it, had a little bit of grass, and then he waited for that receiver to come free, near the sideline, and he placed it in a perfect spot.
They're back in that I formation. Here's the snap. It's going to be a play action. Read that perfectly. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to get pushed out at around the 25-yard line. That's going to bring up a...
Hunter Miller and Kane Anderson made that play with Isaiah Owen getting over there to knock him out of bounds. We had that play diagnosed. We were there that time. That's the adjustment Coach Scott just made.
It's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for Dora. Once again, 10 seconds remaining here. Your score here is 7-0. Your Good Hopes Raiders lead, but Dora's looking to change that right here. But after he's pushed out of bounds, that means the clock is going to stop, but there's 10 seconds on the play clock, and they ain't even lined up yet. They're back in this I formation. Sure, this is going to be a play action. Here's the snap, and nope, they're actually going to hand it off right up the middle. He did get leveled, Tucker Keefe, but not after a gain of 10 yards. That's going to bring up another Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. 3.5 seconds left here in the second quarter, right before halftime. Your score here is 7-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs on senior night for Dora, but Dora's going to call their last timeout. Let's see what kind of 3-second play they can draw up here for their offense.
I mean, on that play, I mean, it was a good play call. We really thought they were going to throw the ball from the 25, and they ended up running a stretch handoff play to Caleb Brown, number 22. Once again, Jacoby Foster has not been, after that hit against Carter Rutherford, he has not been back in this game. And I'm looking for him on the sideline, and I don't see him. He may have already gone to the locker room. But, if you're Dora right here, here's the issue. They're going to attempt a field goal to end the half. So they got it close enough to attempt. It will be about a 32-yard field goal attempt from the left hash.
If I'm Good Hope, I'm sitting in the house here to try to block this. Here we go. Here's a snap. And, oh, my goodness, they dropped it. You better get on it.
The ball is still free, and that will end the house. So it ended up being a fumble, another turnover to end the first half. So we ended up with 2 turnovers in the half. Once again, it was just a bad snap. He rolled it back to the holder, and he just could not handle it. And that sends us to the end of the first half.
Well, the end of the first half. Your score here 7-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. Really not much to talk about here in the first half other than Dora's dominated this whole first half, time of possession-wise, because when they get the ball, they just look to just run the ball down your throat and run as much clock as they can. They're trying to keep you from scoring as much. And on top of that, our offense hasn't played the best. We've had, 2 turnover on downs?
Yeah, I mean, it's, once again, the penalty.
And our four chances at it.
We've had some untimely penalties again, but that's been the case all year. That's one thing.
We just got to get accustomed to it at this point. It's like it's going to happen. And, and another thing I actually wanted to talk about on the pregame drive, on the Mitch Smith Chevrolet pregame drive, to you, Tyson, specifically, could you consider this a trap game? They have nothing to lose at this late in the season.
Well, I don't think so, because once again, Good Hope has a lot to play for tonight, and that's a home playoff game. You lose this game, you possibly lose a playoff game at home. Once again, it all is going to depend on how that Hamilton-Fayette County game plays out. But no, we've got. I don't think you could call this a trap game. I just think Dora has a specific game plan, and they're just executing right now a little better than we are.
Yeah. Their running back's done exactly what we told y'all he was going to do. He's just running the ball straight down our throat. But I don't know. I would just like to see what we could get into.
I went to check just to update our fans listening on Cullman's Live 95.5 FM and on the Channel 2 app. Playoff implications right now. Alexandria is up on Etowah right now, 28-6 in the second quarter. What does that mean? Well, that doesn't mean a lot, except for Fultondale may have to go to Fultondale will go to Anniston regardless. Alexandria may come, depending on how things come out, Alexandria may come to Good Hope, once again, depending on how things play out. Here's one that we're really curious about. There are 2 games on the schedule we're keeping an eye on. Hamilton and Fayette County right now in the second quarter. Hamilton is absolutely drilling Fayette County 21-0 right now. Once again, in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, a very possible first-round opponent for your Good Hope Raiders at home, if everything plays out correctly. The Cherokee County Warriors 21, the Asheville Bulldogs 0. Once again, in the second quarter.
Well, they're having some issues to get our band going out here. Sound issue.
I thought it was going.
Well, it was going. Now it just stopped. Our band's ready.
Oh, we lost our generator. That's what it was. Mr. McFall, what he has is he has a sound system on the actual sideline that introduces the band and plays part of the first song and lets the band lead into that first song. And we had a little bit of a failure there.
And we're going to just go into it.
I like it. He's like, hey, you can't do this, with the...
Hey, this is what I like right here. You just got to work with what you got. Work with what you got. And as they are getting ready to perform tomorrow at around 3:30, guys, go. I mean, guys, it's right in our backyard. Mud Creek at Hansville High School. If you get a chance, I know there's some big games y'all want to watch tomorrow. Listen, go out and support these guys. They've worked hard this off season and during the season. They've made this performance better and better throughout the year. As it sounds good up here.
Yeah, once again, Mr. McFall has really changed the culture and the attitude of the Good Hope Raider Band. And, man, they are absolutely just killing it this year. They're very proud of them. And I know they'll do really big things at the Mud Creek Festival at Hansville High School tomorrow.
I will say they did go to Scottsboro this past weekend and perform. And perfect performance, all ones. I don't know if y'all know that, but that means that they done perfect. But as they continue to go on with their halftime performance, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll catch y'all over on the flip side of this thing, and we'll talk about second half and what we got coming next week here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Hey, Cullman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Cullman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. Buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Cullman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
Cracked windshield? Don't wait. Call the pros at Odin's Auto Glass in Cullman. From chips to full replacements, Odin's gets you back on the road fast. With honest prices, top quality glass, and service you can trust. Locally owned, family run, and proud to serve Cullman and North Alabama for over 40 years. Odin's Auto Glass, where safety meets service. You can call 256-734-2800 or stop by their location on Highway 31 North in Cullman. Odin's Auto Glass, we'll see you through it. Proud sponsors of the Cullman County Sports Network.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service. Hey, Cullman fans, when it's game time, it's pizza time, and nobody brings the flavor like Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition with the original recipe since 1968. We're talking fresh, made from scratch dough, zesty signature sauce, and a mountain of melty cheese. Still made with the same recipe you've loved for over 55 years. You can dine in or carry out and taste the hometown tradition that's been winning since day one. Pasquale's Pizza, a Cullman tradition, and still making it the way we used to, because that's how Cullman likes it.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook. securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your fifth time, we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust, knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. NMLS number 338177.
Looking to buy or sell your home? You can trust a team that treats you like family.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, a husband and wife real estate duo with deep roots and unmatched knowledge of the market.
We know every corner, every neighborhood, and what it takes to get you the best deal.
And our top priority, you. From your first showing to final closing, we're by your side every step of the way. Because when you work with us, you're not just a client, you're family. We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty. Real estate with heart, hustle, and hometown care.
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at the Warhurst Team Realtors.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493-2491, or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Cullman County. They are a proud sponsor of Cullman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Cullman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Powering the good life. That's what Cullman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
Welcome back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. Tyson, as you put the headset back on, let's talk about a little bit about next week. Everybody knows we travel in county rivalry Fairview. supposed to be a Friday night game. Move it to a Thursday night. We got Thursday night football here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, and of course on the Fairview Aggies Sports Network as well.
We're going to have a little mega cast going on.
As Chris and Joe will be there as well, and we will be alongside. Well, we won't be with them. We'll be doing our own thing. They'll be doing their own thing, but, great guys. Love them. First time I ever talked to them, they were great people. They welcomed me in with open arms here as I take this full-time position here as the voice of the Good Hope Raiders, and something I'm blessed, to say the least, to be able to do for my high school. But like I said, next week, Thursday night, kickoff 7:00. We'll be going on air. They'll be going on at 6:30, and we'll be going on at 6:40. Tyson, still questionable if you'll be there. You'll be a game time decision, as some would say.
Yeah, unfortunately, the change of plans of the move from Friday night to Thursday night has me a little bit messed up as far as my work schedule. I'm still trying to work it out, but I'm going to do everything I can. Once again, next Friday night is just one of those special games again. It's an inter-county game. Last year it was two undefeated teams.
9-0 teams.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be depending on the outcome here and depending on the outcome there, we hope it's a 9-0 team versus an 8-1 team. But anyways, Thursday night we'll be at Fairview High School for that game. Once again,
Stafford Smith Stadium. It's a lovely place, and in the grand scheme of things, as far as postseason and seedings and
this has nothing to do.
Yeah, the game literally means nothing when it comes to that. Now you can't tell our players, our coaching staff, our kids, our school, the community that it means a lot, and that's fair. But once again,
it's how I look at it is this game means nothing to the AHSAA and us. Well, it does to me, because in-county rivalry, the community will be there. Their community, I'm sure. I mean, we got teams that's off next week. West Point, Beaumont, they're all off next week. They'll be there. I mean, the place will be packed out. And if you're going to that game, I recommend getting there an hour and a half early if you want to get a seat, because that'll be standing room only, just like it was at James Shable Stadium last year, as they come in and dismantle us. Let us know real quick that we wasn't the team that we thought we was. We cannot compete on their level last year. New team this year, new team for them. Still a very good football team over there at Fairview. Something I am excited for, being able to do this week in and week out. As we will travel over there and we will set shop and hopefully give you the game of the lifetime. Hopefully, game of the year, as Jay has already called it. I talked to him yesterday. He's saying game of the year, and he's hoping we can do one of those like we did last year. The pregame kickoff or the pregame show with Tommy and everybody. Something that we're excited for.
Yeah, I think, in fact, you mentioned Tommy. I think Tommy Warhurst is still trying to figure out a way to either be, and it would probably be on the Good Hope network, but he's wanting to make sure he gets onto as a sideline broadcaster, hopefully for us.
If he's going to do sideline for us, we're going to have some help here. But as that is, something we'll discuss throughout the week, and we'll let you know ahead of time who will be there, because
well, like you said, it's going to be the megacast, with two different broadcasts from, and
same company.
Joe and Chris will be doing the Fairview broadcast, and you and either myself or Dylan will be doing the Good Hope broadcast, with Tommy filling in on the sideline somewhere, and even if I do make it, Dylan will somehow still be involved.
We would love to have everybody there.
Yeah,
everybody that can make it, we would love to have it there. Just have the whole group. Hey, Jay, come on out, Jay, it'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get Mr. J out there also.
Yeah, so, yesterday we done a little something for the middle school kids, and I was sitting there talking to Jay, and Jay was telling me how grateful, I was telling him how grateful I was for being able to do this, because it's something I always wanted to do growing up in school, and being able to do it for my school means a lot, and I'm glad that Joe and them can do it for Fairview, and Dylan gets to, tonight is, he is not broadcasting as they had some technical difficulties with getting a box over there at Winfield High School. They are not broadcasting, but it's something, he graduated from Beaumont. It is cool to be able to do this for the schools that we graduated from. Tommy working for Cullman as the PA announcer. He's getting to call the Good Hope at Buckhorn game tonight. But once again, next week, Thursday night, not Friday, not Halloween. We're not having a Halloween game no more. Thursday night, Halloween Eve, as I would call it, we will have the Good Hope Raiders versus the Fairview Aggies there at Fairview. And, two broadcasts, two different opinions on the game. If you want the Fairview opinion, we will have that on, I'm sure, Channel 2, Channel 3. Tyson?
Yeah, I want to break in right quick. I've got some updates on the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Once again, appreciate Odin's Auto Glass for sponsoring us and the Big Glass scoreboard. Playing late in the second quarter, Cullman has just scored again. Is now Cullman 22, Buckhorn 13. Playing at the half now, or at the half, I should say. The aforementioned Fairview Aggies lead 33-3 over East Limestone. Also at the half, a big game by West Point right now. West Point leads Ardmore in a big region game, 19-7. Once again, here at the half from Dora High School, your Good Hope Raiders lead Dora 7-0. And playing in the second quarter, late in the second quarter, Phil Campbell, 34, the Hampsville Bulldogs 14. At the half, another big region game. Unfortunately, once again, the game that we were trying to get broadcast on Cullman's Live 95.5 tonight, and unfortunately had some technical issues. And at the game at that half is Winfield 33, Vinemont 7. Also at the half, Collinsville 17, the Holly Pond Broncos 0. At the half, Falkville 20, Cold Springs 14. And a big one at the half, Addison 42, Phillips from Bear Creek 0. Once again, we appreciate Odin's Auto Glass. That is the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard.
Tyson, you're talking about that Addison game, a team that we did already play this year. Listen, that's a team that could sneak around and somehow find themselves late in a playoff in the 1A division. That is a good football team. Of course, we dismantled them, but of course that's three classifications higher. But don't get me wrong, that's a good football team, and seeing them week in and week out, it seems like they're just beating teams half to death every week.
Well, once again, as they're about to give away $10,000 here at Dora High School at halftime, we're going to talk about the first half and what we saw and what needs to be done for the Good Hope Raiders to go ahead and cruise on to their 8th victory of the year. Tony, we're sitting here at 7-0 right now. Dora, and let's call it like it is, they absolutely dominated the first quarter, allowing only Good Hope to have 4 offensive plays while they held the ball for about, I think it's about 10 minutes of that first quarter, 10 of the 12, and then they were able to kind of do the same in the second quarter, Tony, and just, once again, just grinding out. We were able to get a big touchdown from Good Hope to make it 7-0. Dora has turned around and they have attempted one field goal that was way wide right, and then to end the half they attempted about a 32-yard field goal and had a really bad snap on it, and it ended up being a fumble that was recovered by Good Hope to end the first half. So your thoughts on on what you saw the first half?
Just domination, Dora, and the clock. It's not like they're beating us. What I mean by domination is they just ran the clock. Every time they got the ball, it was 10, 15 play drives, and they were just driving down the field, and we finally get them off the field either with a missed field goal or turnover on downs. But as we get a fancy light show here at halftime, but here in the second half, Tyson, one thing I would like to see is I would like to see us take more of an advantage of the smaller matchup, as like we had close with Aiden Young and that smaller defender. I would like to see us try to give him a chance as they are tuning in on Mason Drake and Carter Rutherford on the outside. Let's get these other guys in because Aiden Young's one heck of a ball player, and I'd love to see him try to get as many touches as he can.
Well, and you bring up a good point. What Dora's doing on defense is they are, once again, they took a hint from what Hamilton did, is they are stunting and rolling the inside pressure to stop the inside run from either Parker Johnson or Mason Drake. Now, don't get me wrong. Parker Johnson had a couple of good inside runs on the zone read. Where we had success in that touchdown drive, that was only about a 3-play drive, but we had success running the outside zones and running to the perimeter, and then once again throwing to the perimeter. Now, big screen pass, is where we're gonna have to loosen up this defense. As long as they're able to stop the inside run and we try to keep running it there, it's going to play into their favor. So what we need to do is we need to make the adjustments and say, okay, fine, you want to run the stunts inside, we're going to run past you on the outside zone plays. And that's, do we have the offense and the athletes capable to do that? Absolutely. If we make those adjustments and Dora does not, we should once again walk away with this in the second half. Now, we're getting ready to go. Dora will be kicking off to your Good Hope Raiders. It looks like Mason Drake and Carter Rutherford will line up deep for the Raiders. And Dora will be kicking off from their own 40-yard line. And what was that young man's name again? Let me pull it back up. I apologize. I should have had this. That's Levi Phoebus for Dora, number 57. He's the kickoff specialist. As we get ready for the second half play, bringing back the voice of the Good Hope Raiders, Tony Thompson.
As Vivas lines up here with the ball at the 40-yard line, he's going to look to his right and look to his left, make sure his guys are good. And here we go. And there's the kick. It's just it's going to be a squib kick, more like, and it looks like Dora has received this.
Yeah, they went with the onside kick, and it bounced around. It looked like we may have had our hands on it, and it came out, and Dora was able to steal a possession here to start the second half. It's interesting. Tyler Bird actually comes out with the ball, but they are still awarding it to Dora. I'm not sure. I mean, Tyler Bird is holding the ball right now.
Oh, they're huddled up out there right at the 50-yard line talking about it.
And they are going to give it to Dora, so I'm not sure. But, you just can't let that affect you. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Dora from the Good Hope 49. You can't let that play beat you twice. So, here comes Tyler Bird bringing their football over. Once again, I'm not sure what happened there, but it will be Dora 1st and 10.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 49-yard line, Davis under center, and it's going to be Foster, the running back, behind the fullback. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster, and he got tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, but somehow ran backwards for 4 yards, and he's going to bulldoze his way up for 7.
And there's going to be a late penalty flag. Once again, we had him in the backfield, and he was just able to keep his legs driving, and he turned his back and was actually backing up. Caden Collins had him. And
we're going to get a defense.
We're going to get a personal foul face mask.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty from after the gain. That's going to bring up a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down, as Dora is already halfway through this Good Hope territory.
Yeah, it's 2 plays in a row that have just, as a Good Hope coach, you just don't want to see either one of those plays happen. The onside kick gets recovered by Dora, and now you have a big run, for some momentum, and now you add on a 15-yard face mask.
And here comes the flag. And
there's another flag.
I don't know what this is going to be.
Probably a sideline warning on Good Hope, I would guess. And nope, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike on the Good Hope bench. So one of the coaches may have said something. That's the only thing I can think of. So that's 30 yards in penalties to start this second half. So as a defense now, you've got to calm down. Once again, remember the game plan and execute the defensive game plan. And let's stymie this drive. They're going to be 1st and 10 from, it looks like, the Good Hope 15. Call it the 14.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. Your score here 7-0. 11.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Davis under center. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster. He's just going to find his way up the middle, and he's still bulldozing his way through. He's going to get up to the 9, maybe the 10-yard line, gain of 4 or 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6, I believe.
Yeah, Braden Cofer in on that tackle, grabbed him as he went by, and then he got drugged. So it was another nice run by Foster. We're just letting him drag us, for extra yardage. So that play ended up picking up a little over 5. So time for the defense to buckle down.
Where it's going to be 2nd and 5. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. Davis with the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster. He's going to bounce outside. He cuts inside. And they're pushing him forward. And he's in. Touchdown, Dora.
Once again, just like we talked about, he just has the leg drive. He got some help from his big offensive lineman once we had him stacked up, and they just pushed him right into the end zone. Not a
good second half start.
Not a good second half start for the Raiders. Like I said, Dora stole a possession, and they took absolute advantage of it. Beavis will attempt the point after to try to tie this game up. And once again, Tony, as a Good Hope Raider fan, as a Good Hope Raider coach, as a Good Hope Raider player, you have to put those last 3 minutes aside.
And he booted that one. And I see a flag. I don't think I've ever seen this many flags in the span of 3 minutes. Nobody hit a kicker. Nobody hit the kicker.
Well, it's going to be a dead ball because he's already signaled the PAT is good, so I don't know who it's going to be against, but it's going to be a dead ball. So
I seen one of our guys.
They have now waved it off.
Okay. I seen one of our guys laying on the ground afterwards. So now you got to be ready for another onside. Dora's got all the momentum now as Dora has tied this football game 7-7 here in the third quarter. 10 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in the third quarter as we are just freshly out of halftime. We get 30 yards worth of penalties. Sets them up first and pretty much goal. And they just run it in the end zone. They took 2 plays to get in the end zone.
Well, once again, I mean, we gave them all the help they needed, and they took advantage of it. And once again, when you got a team that has nothing to lose like Dora does tonight, they're done. This is their last game of the year.
Yeah, win or lose, this is their last game of the year.
So I mean, they're going to let it all hang out, and that's what they're doing right now. And they're just executing, and we just have to put our mindset to it and say, hey, all right, we're the better team. We better start acting like it.
But here we go. It's Beavis puts the ball down at the 40-yard line. He's going to look to his right, look to his left. I'm sure this is going to be another onside most likely, or a pooch kick. And nope, he's going to kick it deep. We got to get on it. Oh, it went out of bounds. Dora had a player running down the sideline untouched, and I was afraid that was going to bounce, stay in bounds, and he would have jumped on it and let him in their ball again.
Once again, that was a great idea by Dora. Kick it to the voided area because we had a bunch of players pulled up, and he just went over that second line of defense, and only Carter Rutherford was deep, and he was on the other side of the field. It was a good idea that the Dora player just couldn't get to it before it ran out of bounds.
Well, after the penalty, they're going to put the ball at the 35-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Good Hope from their own 35. This is the first offensive possession, crazy enough, of the second half, as they were supposed to receive the kickoff, but it was an onside, and Dora recovered. But Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be it's going to be a quarterback keeper. What a way to fake me out, Parker. Oh, and he tossed it. Oh, my goodness, he tossed it.
And once again, we've seen that play.
And here's a flag.
Yeah, I think Parker that time did go forward with it. That when he first tossed it, that's exactly what it looked like. So once again, we've seen that play twice now.
It's like a triple option,
and
play.
Yeah, he waits a long time to toss it, to the up.
Nope. They're going to wave it off.
Okay, I guess it wasn't. Now, granted, I had a bad angle, but when I first saw it, I thought it might have been forward. But Coach Chavis Williams is not a happy camper. Once again, that ends up being about a 40-yard gain for the Raiders.
And our guys don't even know that they're moving the ball up to the opposite 40. Dora, 40-yard line. Our guys were trying to get it from our 40. That's good for a Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage first down. Dora's going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, Coach Chavis Williams is wanting an explanation, and so he's actually wasted a timeout just to...
They're trying to calm him down.
Just to understand what happened there. Once again, Parker Johnson was across the line of scrimmage when he tossed the ball, when he pitched it. There's no question. And I'm watching Coach Williams talk to the official, and he's trying to explain there's no way he did not throw that forward. Once again, I had a bad angle.
I mean, my angle wasn't too good itself, but I mean, it was close to being forward, if not the same yard line. He's not happy because they're not going to call it back.
Well, no, at this point, you really can't call it back. You know, they discussed it and they said, no, it's fine. They did throw the flag, and then they discussed it, and I'm assuming the side judge on the Good Hope sideline said that it was a backwards lateral, and here we go.
It was close, but here we are for a Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage first down up to the 40-yard line, or the 34-yard line. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Rutherford. Rutherford outside, and I see some laundry on the field, but as he's tackled here at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to get hit with a hold there. And as Mr. PA announcer has said probably multiple times tonight, there are flags on the play. Once again, we get some momentum, and then we give it right back. You just cannot, on a positive play like that for Rutherford, you just cannot have a penalty that just sets you back behind the chains.
Here we are. That's going to bring up a 1st and 20. Your score here, 7-7. 10 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. It's a 1st and 20 for Good Hope. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a option play. Parker's going to keep it up the middle. He bounces outside. There he goes. 30. Up to the 20. He's making a couple guys miss. 10, 5, touchdown, Parker Johnson.
No flags on the field. That was all Parker Johnson. That was Parker and his speed and ability to see what was in front of him. What a great run on the zone read for Parker Johnson and the 40-yard touchdown run. Big play.
Here we are, Chase Pruitt here for the PAT. As I'm getting a little wind gust here. It feels kind of good out here. Webb Buchanan for the hold. Snap's good. Hold's good. Kick is up. And to the baseball field.
To the baseball field. Good job, Chase. Except now we got to send somebody down there to retrieve it because it's Good Hope's football. But once again, to explain on the radio what we're talking about, the way this field is set up and configured against the baseball field, there's two small fences on the south end of the stadium that leads to the baseball field, and Chase just cleared both of those with the kick, and we're -1 football.
But as Chase is not doing kickoff duties this week, they hope to have him for kickoff duties next week. Titus Montgomery is going to be out here for the kickoff. He's going to place the tee down at the 40 once we get ready to put the tee down.
Yeah,
Dora's having a hard time figuring out who they want to put on the field.
Yeah, and I'm surprised they haven't moved number 5 Foster up into the formation to try to get his hands on the ball, because
see that empty space right around the 40?
Yeah, that's what Titus is doing. Is he's just skying the ball.
And there it goes, but it is going to get to a Dora player, and he's going to fair catch it up to the 30-yard line, where they're going to start their second drive, and that's actually their quarterback, Ashton Davis, who called for the fair catch there.
And you can't ask anything else of Titus Montgomery there. That's exactly what we wanted. They get no return. They're still pretty deep. They're on their own 30. The one they did return got returned to almost the 40. So that's a great job, Titus Montgomery.
After the kickoff, that's going to be 1st and 10 for Dora from their 30-yard line, as they have drove the ball down the field almost every time they've had the ball. So let's see if they can do it again. Let's see if this Good Hope defense is ready to start playing here. Ashton Davis under center in this I formation as the fullback is behind him. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster right up the middle. I don't know who just dove in, but they missed the tackle, actually. But we're going to actually wrap him up for a gain of nothing. He gets right back to the line of scrimmage.
That was Braden Kofer who broke through and disrupted the play. He does not get credit for the tackle. He should get credit for the tackle.
He stopped him where he
stopped him and then let his teammates come in and finish him off. So good job, Braden Kofer, number 51. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, ball spotted at the 30-yard line. They're going to stay in this I formation. For Good Hope, you have to be ready for play action later on, but right now this is most likely going to 5. Yep, here it is, the toss play. Out to Foster. He bounces off one tackle. He breaks away from Cody Stevens. And oh my goodness, Webb Buchanan laid the pop.
Yeah, once again, you got to give Foster credit. He was stopped in the backfield and then was able to somehow break free and get it outside and picked up 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. All they got to get to this, the 40 for a first down. They're at the 39. What a play, but holy goodness, what a hit by Webb Buchanan.
Yeah, once again, I mean, even if they do not get unless they lose yardage here, they're going to, take 2 plays to get 1 yard, especially with Foster in the backfield.
Davis under center, still in this I formation. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff. He's easily going to have the first down. He's going to have a lot more as he gets up to the 47-yard line of Good Hope. That's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down.
Once again, that was Foster in vision. He Good Hope crashed the middle. He was supposed to go up the middle. When he saw all the defenders inside, he busted outside and found a crease and was able to get 5 or 6 yards for the first down. Once again, good run, good vision by their running back Jacoby Foster there.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the Good Hope 47-yard line. And they're going to be in this shotgun formation. Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. And he's going to bounce out. He got popped. Who was that? Cody Stevens laid the pop to him after a gain of 3. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. No, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Cody Stevens read that play well. He came from the offside secondary position and just tracked the quarterback down as he took off around the left end and was able to meet him at the line of scrimmage, and Davis was able to fall forward for a couple of yards. Good play by Cody Stevens there.
2nd and 8, ball spotted at the Good Hope 49. They need to get to their own 43 for a first down. They're going to get back in this I formation. 2 men in motion. Here's the snap. Davis is going to give it to Foster. And once again, he was hit in the backfield. Somehow found a way. The ball popped out at the end. They're going to call him down at the right around the 50-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Dora.
Yeah, they ran a counter that time, and we were ready for it. Ross Clark had read that play, and he filled the hole when Foster cut back, and there was Ross Clark, so he was only able to get 1 yard. Good pursuit by the Raider defense. Big play here, 3rd and 7. Don't give up any yardage here.
They're going to get back in this I formation. Davis under center, fullback behind him. And this might be a play action, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't give it to 5 and say, hey, get us 7 yards here. Here we are, Davis under center. Here's the snap. Yep, here's the toss. And good job by Cody Stevens. And I see laundry everywhere. Oh, my goodness. And I see a big man falling down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to call here. They may a face mask. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because it came from 2 different officials, and they're concurring now. It is going to be a face mask against Good Hope, I think.
Well, they looked to the Good Hope sideline and said decline. Holding offense. There we go.
I was wrong. I apologize.
I thought he made the face. Well, I mean, I guess he was pulling behind us, but I saw this, and I thought he said face mask. That's going to bring up a 4th and 5 from the 4th and.
Well, they haven't moved the box yet, so it's about 4th and 5.
Yeah, it's about 4th and 5.
They're on the Good Hope 49. Yeah,
they're going to send out the punt unit.
I would not count on a punt here. I'm just telling you right now, this will probably not be a punt.
Well, they did give him a kicking ball. Actually, I don't know if that is a kicking ball. Kicking balls are usually lighter.
Good Hope is treating this as if
No, but it's punt.
They are punting
and it's sky high. Rutherford, let your guys know. As it is going to be actually take a good Dora bounce down to the 25-yard line. That's where Good Hope will set shop here for their second drive here of the second half.
So here's my thought, Tony. You know, we've stopped them. Once again, they got a couple of first downs. We have stopped them. If we can somehow drive down and put another TD on the board to make this a 14-point game late in the third quarter, I feel pretty good about things. But let's get there first. Once again, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Johnson, here's a snap. He's going to hand it off to Drake up the middle. Drake's going to make a couple guys miss, but he's not going to get past that second guy. And he's going to get a gain of maybe 4. 2nd and 6. Nope, gain of 5. 2nd and 5 up to the 30-yard line. Once again, if you're just joining us,
Good Hope's going fast here. This is something we hadn't seen tonight.
Well, here it is. Johnson, here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Carson Hollis. Carson Hollis is going to get tripped up after a gain of 1. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Like I was trying to say, your score here, 14-7. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. 5.5 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Once again, after the fast play, it is a 3rd and 4. No deep safety here. I see a Tucker Keefe, who I know could out-jump that kid right there. But it's not. It's going to be a quarterback keeper for Parker Johnson. Good blocks on the outside. He bounces outside. There he goes. Down the sideline. 50. Opposite 45. 40. Driving his feet. Still going. They're finally going to bring him down. But not after a huge gain up to the Good Hope 37-yard line.
That would be the Dora 37.
Yes, my bad.
Parker Johnson made a really good play there. He made the right read and took it around the edge. Now, let's give credit. They get it called on them all the time, but give credit to the Raider receiver for excellent blocking that time. And as Parker went by each receiver, they disengaged their block, so there was no way they could ever get called for a hold there. Good job, receivers. Good job blocking.
After the Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down, here's the snap. It's going to be a pop pass to Carter Rutherford. He's going to try to bounce outside. There he goes. Down the sideline. He's got enough for a first down, but he's going to be brought down at around the Dora 25-yard line, as we have already flipped the field here. That's a good enough for another Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. This Good Hope offense is looking like they finally found it.
Once again, exactly like the last play, the downfield blocking by the Raider receivers, Tucker Keefe and Aiden Young, both on that time. Great blocking, springing Carter Rutherford for that long gain.
Once again, 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 24-yard line. Johnson, here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. He's looking to toss it again. Nope, he faked him out. There he goes. 10, 5, touchdown, Raiders. Parker Johnson.
I don't mean to laugh, but wow, Tucker Screws absolutely sealed the edge there. Parker Johnson on the zone read, triple option again. This is, by the way, a new wrinkle that we haven't seen at all this year. He faked the pitch to Rutherford that time, and Dora, it was like they just quit. It's like, where's the ball? And Parker Johnson just screams past him for the long touchdown run.
I'm sure this one might be going back to the baseball field, but here's the snap. Holds up. Kick is up, and there it goes. The kick is good. Your new score here, 21-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Raiders, once again, like we talked about, we needed to put that one in to give us a 21-7 lead, and that's exactly what we did. We're up 14 on them now, and, Dora's got to be saying, okay, they have found the offense, and once again, Parker Johnson looked really, really nice on that drive. A lot of good decisions. Once again, unfortunately, we did have the one penalty, but that's okay. We were able to overcome it, and now we just got to settle down and let's key on their offense, which is, once again, Tony, number 5.
As the band gets the kickoff song ready, Titus is out there. It almost looked like Chase out there, but it is Titus. Here's the kickoff, and it's going a little further, and he's going to back up. Oh, he muffed it again, but they are going to jump on top of it right at the 25-yard line. That's where Dora's going to start this next drive, and that was number 1 who muffed that punt right there.
Yeah, number 1 for for Dora. He did signal for the fair catch and he just dropped it. That I don't have a number 1 listed on the roster, so I apologize if anybody from Dora is listening. I'm not sure who that young man is, but it looked like he just took his eye off the ball and it hit the ground, and him and another one of his teammates both jumped on it before a Raider could get there.
First and 10, ball spotted at the 25-yard line of Dora. So you're going to be back in that I formation. Here's the snap. It's going to be a flea flicker. Tucker Screws almost got his hand on him, and he's just going to throw it forward.
Yeah, there is not. They have to call that. Well, I guess
he had a receiver in the area.
Okay, yeah, 38. I see 38 now.
Yeah, he had a receiver in the area. Tucker Screws right there made that play though.
Yeah, once again, it was a flea flicker. They tried to fake the Raiders out, which has burned our defense for the last 2 years. So let's get that out of the way. The elephant in the room, that play has worked on us every time for the last 2 years. This time, our defense was ready. They tossed it to Foster, who tossed it back to the quarterback and had nowhere to go.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Foster. Tucker Screws making a name for himself out here on the right edge.
Yeah, once again, Tucker Screws beat his block on the edge, and Foster basically ran into him, and Tucker Screws said, no, not this time, and it's a big loss on the play for the Dora Bulldogs.
3rd and 11, Tucker Screws, someone who hasn't played much defense this year, but when he has, he's made a big impact, and here he is doing it again tonight. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here 21-0, your Good Hope, or 21-7, my bad, 21-7, your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. I wish it was nothing, but it is 7. 21-7, your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Tucker Screws playing defense adds a lot of size at 6'3" and about 210, 220 pounds.
With some speed, but here we go. There's going to be a hold. Tucker, the play's going right in front of you. But they're going to toss it up to him. This is definitely getting brought back. He has enough for a first down, but this is 1,000% coming back.
Well, what happened? Davis was running for his life back there. Tucker got held, actually tackled in the backfield. They did throw the flag. Tucker looked at the official, and as he was looking at the official, Ashton Davis run right past him and was able to complete the pass, and the pass was good for a first down. So this is a big penalty on Dora.
They got 3 penalties right there.
Yeah.
They got a holding and an eligible receiver downfield. And it looked like he said intentional grounding, but the pass was caught, so I don't know about that one.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if you can call that because now it would be big if they could, because that's a loss of down, makes it 4th down. But I'm not sure how you call that. I question that.
Rutherford's already back deep for a punt, so.
Let's see.
Yeah, roughing the passer. Loss of down. No,
I'm not sure what the call is there.
That is a roughing the passer. This is intentional grounding. We got both of them, so we don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
They're
sure.
calling intentional grounding, which I don't know how you can call intentional grounding because he completed the pass.
If I'm a Dora fan, I'm questioning that call, and that's what the coaches are saying. It can't be an intentional grounding when the pass was complete.
Yeah, their coach is just like, okay, that's probably one of the craziest things I've ever heard of in my life, and it is.
It is crazy, and I agree with the Dora coaches here. I'm not sure how you call that.
Yeah,
but,
I've never in my life heard of a intentional grounding on a completed pass.
But the outcome is it is a loss of down, brings up 4th down for the Dora Bulldogs, and they have to punt on 4th and 17.
But here we go. 21-7. Your score here is your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. 3 minutes remaining, and they are in punt formation. And they're just taking as much time as they can off the clock here. And the clock's not running, so it's pointless. Still confused on how that was a intentional grounding, but Rutherford back deep. He's looking to return one. Snap almost went over his head. We almost got to it. It's going to take a Dora bounce, and Rutherford picks it up. There he goes. He's trying to drag his way forward up to the 29-yard line, but what a good play by Carter Rutherford. And there's 3 flags down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's gonna be on us, and once again, it's one of those penalties where you just cannot take those penalties on a play that was 40 yards away from where Rutherford was. We just had a mental lapse there on our blocking, and it's gonna be a personal foul on Good Hope. And that's going to bring back that incredible return by Rutherford. It's going to put the ball back on our own, probably around our own 45 or so.
The thing about it is, that play is on the opposite side of the field. What are you doing over there?
Well, and that's my point. That block has nothing to do with that play.
Which I know what it is as we get cricket noises from the sound guys here.
And we have a
Dora mom down here.
Dora mom in the face of a Walker County Sheriff's deputy.
I'm enjoying this right here. This is better than the football game.
This is, I'm not sure.
Oh, she put her hands on him.
Yeah, she I'm not sure what all that's about, but that's not a good sign. But
we don't condone this at all.
No, we do not condone it. I don't mean to laugh, but...
And he's saying, you got to get out of here.
Yeah, she's been ejected from the stadium, of course, because, like you said, she did put her hands on the sheriff's deputy, and she's probably lucky she didn't get
thrown to the ground herself.
Yeah, exactly. All right, first and 10.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's got that triple option again. But Parker Johnson's going to keep it. There he goes. Touchdown, Raiders, Parker Johnson.
Once again, Parker Johnson with the correct read. He held on to it. They are not picking him up on that play, and the triple option again works, this time for 45 yards and another Raider touchdown. And this should just about do it for the Good Hope Raiders.
Chase Pruitt out to attempt the extra point.
Let's see if we can get a third one onto the baseball field.
Yeah, we're going to see here. The snap is down. Kick is up.
And that one's not going to make it. He didn't clear the second fence. He only cleared the first fence that time.
Hey, it went through the uprights. That's all that matters. Hey, if y'all want a fact here, Tyson, I was told before the game, and I knew it coming into this game. Chase Pruitt has not missed an extra point this season.
That is correct.
Even though he did have a 5-game absence.
Yep.
Still has yet to miss a extra point. Congratulations to Chase Pruitt. And I want to say his dad told me he was invited to a nationwide kicking competition where you get your national star rank this coming winter. So congratulations, Chase Pruitt. Let's see what you got here, sophomore. Let's get you I think you're at least a 3-star in my eyes.
Well, what has happened, and once again, we're not making light of any of it. What has happened in the last 4 to 5 minutes of this game is Dora is self-destructing. Call it like it is. They've let their emotions get a hold of them. Moms are getting thrown out of the game. And Good Hope has done a good job of taking advantage of things. And we've put 21 points on the board in the last 5 minutes because of that. Once again, great offense by Parker Johnson. Better defense this time for the Raiders after that first drive where they kicked the onside kick. After that, we've held our own pretty well. And now you've put Dora and Jacoby Foster in a pickle. You're 21 points down with 2.5 left in the third quarter. What are you going to do?
Well, if you're just joining us, once again, Tyson just broke down the last couple minutes of the game. But at the end of the day, the score here is 28-7. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Your Good Up Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. They're going to get back in this I formation. Davis under center. They're going to have 2 guys come in motion like they have all night. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff. And Tucker Screws got his hands on him. And look at him again.
Yeah, once again, 6'3", 2 and some change. And with Riker Hancock around that edge also, that was number 22 for the Bulldogs. That wasn't even Jacoby Foster. They've gone back to Caleb Brown, number 22. And once again, he got nothing on that play. Great play, Riker Hancock and Tucker Screws.
Foster down here with his body down towards the ground. I don't know. He's like messing with his ankle. Yeah, that's him on the sideline right here on the far side, right around the 25 behind the official. He was messing with his ankle, so he might be having some kind of problem here, but here we are. Here's the snap. It's going to be a hand open. It's going to be a play-action pass. And he's looking across the middle of the field. He's got a man open. No, he dropped it.
Yeah, we actually had that play. Great job by the Raider defense. It was a play-action pass, and he rolled to the opposite side. It was almost like a naked bootleg. He was dragging number 33 for the Bulldogs across the middle. That's Joey McAvoy, and he actually hit him, for a short game. Hit him in the numbers, and McAvoy just dropped it. He had some help from the Raider defense.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Caden Collins actually had his arms around him right after he caught it. So Caden Collins probably might have got his hand on it, but here we are, 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line of Dora. Dora is looking to get to the 35 for a first down. Here's the snap. It's going to be a 5-wide look. And Tucker Screws is just manhandling his way, trying to get in. He's got all day back here. Tucker Screws just got his ankles broke, and he's just dancing back here. And after all that, he had to
throw it away. And here comes a late flag.
And that's going to be against Dora. I think after the play, Screws got jumped on by an offensive lineman.
I saw that, and Tucker immediately jumped up and walked away. Good job, Tucker Screws.
Sophomore. Usually sophomores will get, they're going to try to retaliate, but him being very mature for his age, he's going to... he looks upset, like they might be calling this on him. There's no way he was on his back getting thrown around.
No, they're going to the punt team.
Okay.
So once again, hey, give the quarterback some credit there. He
was
kept,
dancing around.
He kept that play alive for a long time, trying to get a receiver open. And the backside of the Raider defense was absolutely staunch there and did not let anybody break free. So and ended up Davis just had to throw it out of bounds, and that brings us to 4th down. Now once again, we do have a penalty, and we're trying to figure out what the call is. They're still discussing it.
If it's an after the play, I'm sure you will 1,000% accept this, because it'll make it 4th down and very long, and where they'll punt it, and that'll be just better field position for you.
All right, it is a dead ball foul. It is a personal foul. They called it on Tucker Screws. That's, wow. I'm kind of baffled by that. Maybe they just made up for the call from earlier. I don't know the answer to that, but
both teams had their punt unit out on the field. Both teams thought that this was going to be against Dora, and they're trying to tell Coach Scott, like, hey, we're going to call that on the man that had no self-defense there. That Good Hopes band is getting loud over there. I'm actually having a hard time even hearing myself.
Yeah, Coach Scott just threw his hands up like, I don't know what else to do.
Tucker Screws is literally laying on the ground with an offensive lineman on top of him who was sitting there, just pushing him. And he just got up and walked away. But yet it's a flag on him, and he'll have to run some hills come Monday.
So 1st and 10 after the mark-off. It is a Josh Phillips, Mavis Morgan's first down from the 40, excuse me.
Oh, here's the snap. Here's the handoff. That's a great play. And what a better play by Tucker Keefe to seal the edge there and not let him get any further there. That was number 5.
Well, Isaiah Owen just got laid out by 2.
And there's some more laundry on the field. Holding on the offense.
Yeah, number 60, Isaiah Owen, absolutely got blindsided by a block there. I didn't know if they were going to throw a flag. They did not. Luckily, we got a flag for holding up the field a little bit. Once again, that was a counter trap play to the inside handoff for number 5 Foster. They're just trying to find him different ways to get the ball now. That's the bottom line.
That was a good play there. Just going to be brought back for holding, but that's going to bring it back. It's going to be 1st and 15 from the 35-yard line.
Foster is out of the game as of right now. You're right. He is favoring that ankle a little bit. So
here we are. I'm sure this is going to be quarterback keeper. It is. Davis is going to keep it, and he's got some room out here on the outside, and he did step out of bounds right at the 41-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 6. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, once again, design quarterback power play there for Ashton Davis going around the left end. They just had the numbers that time. Good play call. They had the numbers, and they were able to pick up really good yardage there. So as you said, 2nd down and 9 from the 41.
Looks like they're going to stay in this odd-looking formation. Davis is in the backfield. He's got like 3 offensive linemen back there with him. Here's the snap. It's going to be a toss play, or a pop pass, I should say. And Kane Anderson's going to bring him down right at the 50-yard line, but that's going to be good for a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. Goodness, I'll get it out sooner or later.
Yeah, that was a nice play call. They went with the pop pass coming across the middle, the same play that we ran for the touchdown earlier, and just once again they got the blocks that they needed and enough for a first down.
Once again, this is going to be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 50-yard line. Here's the snap to Davis, and he's just running around left edge again.
Yeah, once again, they're just going to. If Foster's not in the game, they're going to ride the legs of the quarterback Davis, and a couple of times now that's another quarterback power play around the left end. Kane Anderson strung it out, but he was still able to pick up 5 yards, knocked out of bounds at the 45 by Anderson.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Ball spotted at the Good Hope 45 as Dora has made it in Good Hope territory. They're going to keep this weird formation look. Sure, this is just going to be quarterback power to the left again. Here's the snap, and nope, it's going to be a handoff to number 5.
Yeah, once again, the inside counter trap to Foster. Once again, we did a really nice job. I mean, it's going to pick up about 3 yards, but we did a really nice job. They had the whole flow going left, and they come back and hand it off from the right side to Foster.
Looks like Dora called it. No, that's the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, there we go.
Your score here, 28-7. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. And Tyson, that seemed like the third quarter took just as long as the first half did.
I agree. Especially the last 5 minutes of the quarter took forever, it seemed like.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back on the flip side here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
In 1952, 7 men at an aluminum plant banded together and started Lister Hill Credit Union, $5 each. Today, more than 92,000 have joined us, continuing the legacy of supporting themselves and the community through Lister Hill. It's all about we and what we can do together.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. As the fourth quarter starts, your score here 28-7. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs here on their home field. It's going to be a 3rd and 2 for Dora. They got to get to the 40 for a first down of Good Hope. And we're there back in that weird looking formation. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff, or it's going to be a pop pass to number 5, Foster. And he's going to break the tackle of Collins. And he's cramping.
He's got a cramp on the Dora sideline, so we'll take a. Here comes Bo Shirey over as looks like
the Dora medical staff has got there.
Yeah. Good job by the Dora health team there to help us out because Bo once again has to come all the way across from the other side, and like you said, it's strictly just a cramp. Tyler Bird was the first one on the scene trying to straighten it up. Good job by Collins. He tried to string it out. He actually got his hands on Foster coming around the right end, and Foster was able to break his tackle and get enough for the first down. So
Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down for the Dora Bulldogs as they are in Good Hope territory up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and the one thing I've noticed, Tony, they have made the adjustment, and you've called it a strange formation. And let me tell you what they're doing. They are running their 3 biggest linemen that are not actually on the field. They brought 3 more in as blocking backs, and they're basically just
wow, holy goodness. Yeah. Nobody knows that Davis has the ball. There he goes down the sideline. There's a flag on the field. I'm sure this is going to be brought back.
Yeah, and once again, it is going to be a hold against Dora, and a nice play call. We were so focused on Foster coming on the counter that nobody accounted for Ashton Davis holding on to the ball, and when he turned the corner, there was nobody there for the Raiders, and he just basically waltzed into the end zone untouched. But There was a hold downfield once again on a block that had nothing to do with the play. Once again, as a Dora Bulldog, you have to be cognizant of that, and you got to say, why are you doing that? So there's the hold against Dora.
That's going to bring this huge.
Oh, wait. There's a dead ball personal foul against Dora also. So 2 penalties that will both be assessed.
That's 25 yards worth of penalties.
I missed that call.
Well,
wow.
the holding was back towards the line or up here, yeah. The dead ball flag. The dead ball flag was down here where the offensive lineman was just laying on top of our guy and got up and dove right back on him.
Well, that's 2 major mistakes by the Bulldogs there on a touchdown run where the quarterback
Davis, where he faked it to Foster and kept it, and our safeties didn't even know he had the ball until he was way past them.
13 yards.
He said a loss of 13 yards. Man, that is a loss of like 25 yards.
That's a loss of a score off the scoreboards. That is. Wow. That's once again, if you're a Dora fan, you just got to say, what are we doing? And now Coach Chavis has called another timeout
to talk about a penalty flag. Or no, he's just talking to his guys saying, hey guys, this is the 5th or 6th time that you have laid on top of somebody after a play and got a 15-yard penalty. But as he calls the timeout, there's 11 and a half minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Your score here, 28-7. Your Good Hope Raiders lead. And Tyson, I see you got it pulled up. Give us the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass.
Yeah, once again, we appreciate Odin's Auto Glass and giving us the Big Glass scoreboard for tonight. Playing late in the 3rd quarter, the Cullman Bearcats 22, Buckhorn 13. That one at Buckhorn. In the 4th quarter, Fairview 40, East Limestone 10. This game's gotten a little more interesting. West Point 25, Ardmore 20. Now in the 4th quarter. Once again here from Dora, your Raiders up 28-7 over the Dora Bulldogs. In the 3rd quarter, Phil Campbell 54, Hampsville 14. And once again from Winfield, playing in the 4th quarter. Tough luck for the Vinemont Eagles tonight. Winfield leads them midway through the 4th quarter, 47-7. Collinsville up on Holly Pond, 24-6 in the 3rd quarter. And welcome back, Cold Springs. They're in the 4th quarter. They now lead Falkville 22-20. Once again, playing in the 4th quarter. And in the 3rd quarter, Addison still up big on the Phillips of Bear Creek 48-6. Once again, that is your Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard.
1st and 25. Here's the snap. It's actually a pass. He's got a man open. Oh, my goodness. He oversailed him. Yeah, he was looking for Foster. Yeah, down the sideline. Who was open? He got past Tyler Bird and was wide open on a wheel route coming out of the backfield. And Davis showed off his cannon just a little too much and oversailed that pass by about 5 yards. But
once again, the number 5, you've got to be aware of where he is at all times. And even though that cost us almost a touchdown run, thankfully for the penalties they got, you've got to find out where is 5 because they're not going to deviate too much from getting him the ball.
And they're back to that weird look with the quarterback faked the handoff to Foster and they kept it himself. Davis is going to get up to around the 39-yard line. Yeah, good effort there.
The same play they scored on. This time we had the people out there to contain it to a certain extent. I mean, he still picked up some yardage, but brings up 3rd and 16 from the 39. Good job by the Raider defense. Now, here's the deal. Dora's got 2 plays to make 16 yards. They are never punting it at this point in the game.
3rd and 15, ball spotted at the 39-yard line. You got to get to the Good Hope 29 the 24 for a first down. Davis sends a man in motion. Here's the snap. He's dropping back to pass. He's looking. He's got all the time in the world. Carson Hollis looks to step up. He's going to juke back inside. But Good Hope has a few players there.
Once again, great defense by not only Carson Hollis, but the interior. Hunter Miller was there also. Hunter Miller appears to be a little shaken up on the play. Looks like he's going to stay in. But good coverage downfield. The Raiders had the wheel route this time. They had the flat route by Foster covered. And Davis had nowhere to go with the ball, so he had to tuck it and run, and he ran right into Carson Hollis, and then that's where he got the help. Great play by the Raider defense, bringing up now 4th and 15, or 4th and 14 now from the 38.
And I will say Carson Hollis' only job on that play was to make sure the quarterback didn't get no further than what he did. But here's the snap. It's going to be a play action. He's looking down. He's got a man wide open. Oh, my goodness. Number 33, the tight end, being brought down by Tucker Keith. Huge play. Just a busted coverage right there, Tyson.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the tight end gets lost there, because he didn't even fake a block. He just took off on a fly route down the field. Nobody picked him up, and Davis, good job. He bought a little extra time, and he laid it right over the linebacker and right into 33's hands, and, great play.
That's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for Dora as they are up to the Good Hope.
On the 11 or 12. Yeah, we once again bad angle.
But here's a snap. That's quarterback keeper all the way. I seen that one coming. Davis is looking to get back inside. He slipped and fell. Hunter Miller met him as soon as he tripped.
Yeah, the Turf Monster helped us out on that play.
My apologies.
Yeah, Turf Monster helped us on that play. He looked to cut back and his foot slipped out. And Kanan Burgess, number 10, was actually out there. Looks like we've added a little meat with Kanan Burgess now. Speaking of Kanan, talked to Bo Shirey before the game, and Bo let me know that Kanan has added about 3.5 to 4 inches this season. I'm like, good grief, what are they feeding that child?
After the gain of 3, it's 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and we've met him as we cut the D-line, and that right there is how cutting the D-line works perfectly there.
Yeah, they went
Ross Clark has just dove down in front of the guys, and as soon as they handed off, he just tripped right over. And after the gain of 1.
They tried the inside handoff to number 22, Robinson, this time, and like you said, Ross Clark read it and took the correct path and stopped that play basically for a very short gain, if not any gain.
3rd and 6. I think they're going to say gain of nothing. Your score here, 28-7. Your Good Hope Raiders lead, 8 minutes left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way, and he's trying to fight his way down. He's right at the 2-yard line. That's where the marker is for a first down.
Carson Hollis on that tackle. Once again, that was just a quarterback power play, and
they're going to call it short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 3 inches.
Yeah, it's 4th and very short, but I mean, at this point, where it is, I mean, you're going for the goal line anyway. So let's see if our Raiders can somehow stiff it up and cause them to make a mistake. Now, that strange formation, they've got a lot of beef they brought in. Big old number 66 will be in the backfield. They're going.
It looks like.
Well, you know what? They're
making that I formation. I actually thought that they were going to have a wildcat.
I thought they were going wildcat with Foster also, but no, they're under center. Here we go.
And we jump, but they don't snap it, so we got back in time. There's 3 seconds on the clock, 2 seconds on the clock, 1, 0. Where's the flag? There it is. Why?
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, they called a timeout. Okay, I guess
that's their last timeout.
That's their last timeout.
I think their goal there was to try to get us to jump off sides.
Once again, it's 4th and short from the 2. I mean, you get a first down. I get that, but I mean, just run the play. I'm not sure what Coach Williams is thinking there. Now, here's the deal. We did jump a little bit. As long as they do not cross into the neutral zone, you can't throw a penalty on that. Now, if he was to jump enough to get his head into the neutral zone, the play is dead, and that's where the offside's called. But once again, a good job by our defensive lineman, and I did not say who it was, and puts Dora now in a weird position. Once again, calling their final time out there. I'm not sure if I agree with that, with what they were trying to do there, but once again, it benefits the Raiders because now Dora has no timeouts left in the 28-7 game with 7 and some change left. So here we go now. Dora lines up.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a toss, and that's just going to be a walk-in touchdown for Foster.
Yeah, there's just once again a toss sweep to Foster, and they just outflanked us. They had 2 more bodies than we had there, and it's just unfortunate that they were able to get the bodies and we weren't, and it was a pretty easy touchdown for Foster there to make it 28-13 now with exactly 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. sure why, but Coach Williams has chosen to go for 2 here.
And it looks like they're going to go with that heavy package with the offensive lineman playing quarterback here. Here's the snap to number 74. He's looking inside, and he might bulldoze his way in. And he did.
Yeah, once again, it's that heavy package that Coach Williams has picked up from Alabama, where you got number 74.
Hey, 74 runs from Alabama, too.
As the Wildcat quarterback, and he just takes a snap and runs a quarterback power play around right in and gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
And people say, how is that not hard, not easy to stop? Listen, when you've got a man running 300-plus pounds running at you, I want you to go out there and try to tackle him. See if you can do it.
Yeah, number 74 for Dora. He's a
healthy little guy.
He's a healthy guy. That's an interesting way of putting it, but absolutely. And
I'm not meaning that in a bad way.
No,
he's got some size on him too. And I promise you, I'm not going to try to tackle him. That's why I call football and not play it.
Number 74, Caden Bochelle, and I just pulled up his measurements here. I think they've got him listed at 5'7". I think he's a little taller than that.
Yeah, he's probably about 5'9".
5'8", 5'9", but 260. And
so we've got our hands team out here, and we've actually got Parker Johnson deep to return this kick, which I'm sure he's not going to get a chance at it. I'm sure this is going to be an onside. We've got our hands unit out here. And nope, they are going to kick it to him. Let's see what you got, Parker. Here he goes. He's bouncing outside. Good blocks. He cuts back inside. And he's going to get mad. He tried to stiff arm him, but he's going to be brought down right around the 36-yard line. You know, not often do you see the quarterback returning kicks here for Good Hope.
Yeah, it's, I'm to be honest, I'm like you. I'm a little surprised that they went deep with that ball, especially kicking it to the guy that's gassed you for 150 yards on the ground tonight. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 35. Dora trying to make this a ball game, but we're running out of time, and get a couple of first downs and drive it down, and let's put this game away right here.
Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here 28-15. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs. 6 minutes and 50 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Dora has no timeouts to stop any kind of clock. Here's the snap. Hand off to Mason Drake up the middle, and he's got a huge hole. Stiff arms one man. There he goes down the sideline. Tries to cut back inside. Good way of staying inbounds. Great way of staying inbounds.
Smart play by the senior Mason Drake there. Just staying inbounds. The clock will stop very, momentarily to move the chains. But once they get set, we can start running this clock back down. And I'm sure Coach Winters told Parker, you do not snap the ball until the clock goes, the play clock goes down. So once again, a big play by Mason Drake. Good run, good blocking up front. 1st and 10 Raiders from the Dora 45-yard line.
That's good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. I'm sure this is just going to be another handoff here, but here we go. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his left. Here's a snap. Here it is. Handoff to Drake. He's got a hole up the middle, and he's going to be brought down by a guy who disengaged from his block after a gain of 1, maybe 2. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, once again, nice tackle there. Drake looked like he had a little bit of a hole, but once again, the play clock starts at 40 once the play ends, and we're down to 25 on the play clock now. So once again, I'm sure they've told Parker, hey, let's bleed that clock down, because they can't stop it now.
No, they cannot stop it. No timeouts left. 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his right now. Here's the snap. It's going to be a keeper for Johnson. Oh, my goodness. He made a man look goofy. There he goes down the sideline. He's just going to slide, stay in bounds.
And once again, a very, very smart play by Parker Johnson. He had the first down. He was going out of bounds. Instead of going out of bounds, he took a knee before he went out of bounds, and can't ask for anything else. Good, smart play, Parker Johnson. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Dora 28-yard line.
That is good for a Josh Phillips at May Maven Mortgage first down for your Good Hope Raiders. 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. 28-15 is the score. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Dora Bulldogs.
And once again, a good job by the Johnson and the Raider offense. The play clock down under 8 seconds now, so they're bleeding it as much as they can.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Carter Rutherford. He's going to bounce around right or left edge. Oh my goodness, he broke a couple tackles. Stiff arms a man who ends up bringing him down. He's down to about as I have a bad angle here, it looks around the 18, maybe the 17-yard line. They're going to call it second and short, so right around the 18-yard line.
Yeah, they stopped the clock. I'm not sure why they stopped the clock. I guess they thought it might have been a first down, but it is 2nd and 1.
Well, the clock should be running because he never got out of bounds.
See, the problem with that is...
they're going to call it a Josh Phillips.
Oh, it is? Okay, all right.
There's the clock.
There we go. All right, well, we still gave them 20 extra seconds.
It's all right at the end of the day. Here we go. Johnson, here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Rutherford once again. Rutherford bounces outside. He's got a couple good blocks.
Just go down,
just
Carter.
Stay in bounds.
There you go.
There you go. He just falls down, and they're going to actually get a late hit for that.
Yeah, Carter gave up and took a knee, and they had 2 defenders come in after he took the knee and hit him, and there is a flag. So I'm assuming that's the call. You know how that goes, though.
1st and 10. Well, this will be...
And they're going to do offsetting personal fouls.
I don't see what we've done wrong.
Please forgive me. I didn't see a Good Hope player do anything.
That's what Coach Scott is yelling about over there on the
sideline. Call it me looking at it through Raider-colored glasses, but honestly, all I saw was Rutherford take a knee and then 2 guys hit him, and I didn't see anything else.
Unless he did something under the pile that done something, which I don't think he would.
Because it happened on the other side of the field. It happened on the Raider sideline, and we can't see that.
Well, that's going to be offsetting penalties, and it's just going to be another first down, but the clock is running. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Your score here, 28-15. Your Good Hope Raiders lead. Johnson in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it. And Johnson just get down. There he goes. It looks like a horse collar, and there's, oh my goodness, 18 flags on the field.
Yeah, the Dora defender, and you got to feel for him there. You got to feel for the Dora defender. He made a play and absolutely grabbed him by the horse collar and pulled him down. He was just trying to make a play. There was nothing malicious there. And then good job by senior Tyler Bird. Tyler Bird walked up to the player and said, hey, we get it. And they kind of just shook hands. And good job by Tyler Bird to diffuse that situation. But once again, the
personal foul. They're actually going to get a face mask on the defense, which it could have been a horse collar. To me, that's what it looked like, was a horse collar.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't see a face mask, but it was definitely a horse collar at the least. But here's the great thing about it. Now it's 1st and goal to go for the Raiders.
Well, that's going to give us a Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage first down, and we're at the 9-yard line, so it's 1st and goal from the 9 is Good Hope. Now, I'm sure they'll try to at least punch this one in the end zone while you're this close.
Well, here's the deal with the time the way it is, and they're out of timeouts. If you don't score right here, you may see Parker just take a knee and let's get out of here.
Here we go. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Drake. He's just going to go inside, and he's going to juke inside. They're going to bring him down right at around the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5.
I honestly thought he was going to score that play, and he cut, and he ran right into a Dora defender. I'm not sure if he doesn't cut, if he just doesn't walk into the end zone there. So once again, 2nd down, goal to go, like you said, from about the 5 with 3 and some change. We're just over 3 minutes left. We cannot run the clock out. That's my apologies. I didn't do the math correctly there. So, yeah, we will probably try to go ahead and push this one in. Even if we go to 4th down, we're going to go for it, make them drive the ball 90-plus yards.
Here we go. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Drake up the middle, and he's just going to walk in. No signal yet as we got players pushing and shoving on the ground. Touchdown. Yeah, Good Hope Raiders.
Yeah, that was a late call by the official. That one was on the side judge. That was on him. he never signaled touchdown, and that's why you had the little extra afterwards. It's like, what are you guys doing? I mean, he was obviously in the end zone, but he never signaled it. But regardless, with 2:37, it's going to make it 34-15 with a PAT pending out of Chase Pruitt. And for the first time tonight, Tony, we're kicking towards the Dora.
Oh, this is going over that building.
Yeah,
right here.
We're going over the Dora Fieldhouse here.
Snap is kick is up. And like we said, over the building.
And he cleared it. All right, Chase.
Chase Pruitt, once again, has yet to miss an extra point. Your new score here, 35-15. 2.5 minutes remaining. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back on the flip side here on the Good Hope Raider Sports Network.
Cullman Appliance Repair is now Cullman Appliance and HVAC Repair, now servicing your heating and air needs as well. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for those appliance or HVAC repair needs. Proudly supporting Cullman area athletics and collegiate football. When that appliance or HVAC system frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley and his team are ready to help. They're available via call or text at 256-507-3415 or on Facebook, Google, or online at CullmanApplianceRepair.com. Alabama HVAC number 22238.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. And as the kickoff goes down to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 29, they're going to call a fair catch and fall down on it. That's going to be 1st and 10 for Dora from the 29-yard line.
All right, here's the deal now. If you're a Good Hope defense, the game is in control. You're up 3 scores. There's 3 minutes left.
2.5.
Or 2.5 left. They have no timeouts. At this point, you just play prevent defense. Don't let 5 get behind you, and if they break a decent-sized run, so be it.
Just make sure to tackle them inbounds.
Yeah, tackle inbounds if they try to get out of bounds. Like I said, I don't think Dora is built for this kind of situation, so, they're going to be, this is just going to be, Davis back up and throw it,
I don't know. It looks like they're going to go with that package where he's just going to keep it for a quarterback. Like a quarterback draw. Yeah, that's the formation here. But we never know. We've seen that reverse out of it. But here's the snap. Davis. Yep, there's the reverse. And we're going to just upend him.
Kane Anderson was waiting on that play and absolutely just blew that play up.
And
I'm sorry, that was not Kane. That was Kane. No, it was Kane Anderson.
Yeah, Kane Anderson.
Okay, I thought it was
after 10. After a gain of nothing, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line.
That was all Kane Anderson doing what Kane Anderson does best, and that's just making tackles inside. Once again, a little surprised by the play call.
I think they're pretty much just saying, hey, this game's over. But once again, your score here, 35-15, 2 minutes remain. Here's the snap. Davis is going to keep it around the left edge. And, oh, my goodness, Kane Anderson. No, that's Kanan Burgess.
There's Kanan Burgess.
Picked him up off his feet and slammed him down to the ground after a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for Dora.
Nice play by Kanan Burgess right there. Basically read the play and followed the quarterback. And like I said, with the size that Kanan Burgess put on in the last couple of months, he was able just to literally, like you said, pick him up and put him down on the ground. Nothing malicious, nothing illegal. He just made a really nice tackle, bringing up 3rd and long. And you're right. I guess that's what Dora has done. They're like, we're just going to run this one out.
3rd and 9. Ball spotted at the 30. Here's the snap. It's going to be that quarterback keeper around the left edge. He's got a lot of room. But Tyler Bird, no, that is not Tyler Bird. That is Kane Birditis who met him after he gets up to the 45-yard line. That's good enough for a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's 1st down. He's actually up to the 44-yard line. And a minute left here in the 4th quarter. Your score here, 35-15.
Nice play by Kane Birditis there. He tracked him down from the backside. So nice play. Never given up on that play by Birditis, number 6.
I said Tyler Bird. That was me messing up. Kane Birditis is wearing what Tyler Bird wore last year. But here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. And look at there. As we speak. Oh, my goodness. And we got pushing and shoving. And 3-4 more flags come in.
Yeah, that's just you just can't have that if you're Dora. That's just not.
I mean, I think think they've had at least 15 personal fouls.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Well, I guess they're going to let the young man stay in the game, but that was just not. That just takes away from the game here. And once again, you just don't need that kind of activity after the play. And I'm watching one of the coaches down here for Dora saying, you got to think, guys. You got to use your brain. Their season's coming in. Coach Chavis Williams is actually taking his headset off. And, you may see them just running up the middle here, and let's get out of here.
Here we are. Davis in the backfield. This is going to be that revert. Nope, he's going to keep it again. He's looking to get downfield, and look at there. Kanan Burgess makes the tackle right at the 40-yard line. 23 seconds here. I don't know if they're going to get back to the ball.
Kanan Burgess has had a well of the last 3 or 4 plays. The play that had the penalty, he was the one that made the tackle, and again, he makes the tackle here, and Dora says, we've had enough, guys, and we're going to hit the road. And your Good Hope Raiders are now hosting a playoff game. We still need to, and I need to look at the score right quick. It was 21-0 Hamilton.
I'm going to guess 35-7.
Well, we're going to find out because I'm kind of curious now, but we really needed Fayette County to win to be able to get into the conversation of. And Fayette County's made it a game, guys.
31-21.
31-21, Hamilton in the fourth quarter. So we don't know how much time is left. So
once again, your score here was 35-15. Your Good Hope Raiders beat the Dora Bulldogs on their home turf, but Tyson, second half looked a lot better than the first one.
Yeah, our offense finally made some adjustments. Defense, I'm very proud of the defense. They completely dominated us in the first half on offense. They ran 5, Foster. They ran Davis, number 4, the quarterback. And they did what we thought they were going to do, and they threw a couple extra wrinkles in that I don't think we were prepared for. We went into half tied at it was 7-0 at the half, and then they come in and kick the onside kick to start the second half, get it, and then drive it down in 3 plays to tie the game at 7. At that point, I believe Coach Scott made the right adjustments on defense. Coach Witcher made some incredible adjustments on offense. Let's call it you got to give Mitch Witcher a lot of credit for this game tonight. He made some incredible adjustments on offense and really let Parker Johnson loose. And like I said, I think Parker Johnson probably ends up with close to 200 yards on the ground tonight.
Well, Tyson, we at the end of the game, we have the Cox Stansbury and Kingsley Attorney Player of the Game. We pretty much just gave it away there.
Yeah, and you try to think of a non-obvious player, but tonight
it was just too obvious.
It's just too obvious. Yeah,
Parker Johnson.
It's got to be Parker Johnson.
Parker Johnson pretty much put the team on his back in the second half there with 3 rushing touchdowns?
3 rushing touchdowns. Now, if I had some kudos to go for second, third place, whatever you want to call it, some runner-up positions, he will never get the credit tonight that he deserved. But my goodness, Tyler Bird on defense played a well of a game. And I cannot state that enough. And if Coach Scott doesn't recognize him in some way, I would be a little disappointed. But
he made very huge plays sealing off the edge there to get to him. And also, if you want to bring in another guy like Tucker Scrooves, who made a big impact in the second half.
Tucker Scrooves had a huge impact, and it's something like you said during the broadcast, during the game. It's something we haven't seen a lot of is Tucker on defense playing on that edge position.
And that's something he needs to be doing. He's got the size to be out there, and he's got the strength to bulldoze his way through. I'd like to see him out there next week as we face Fairview. But Tucker Scrooges is a big kid who we need to take advantage of his size as much as we can.
So definitely Parker Johnson. I'm 100% in agreement. Parker Johnson is the player of the game. But once again, I would love to give some love to Tyler Bird and Tucker Scrooges for their efforts tonight.
Yes.
Carter Rutherford once again had a great game.
He had a few carries on the ground. He did have a rushing touchdown. Carter Rutherford,
Mason Drake again. Mason he hasn't had those breakaway runs that he had earlier in the year. Defenses are really keying on him, and he had a couple of really nice runs tonight. He ran the ball hard. He just unfortunately didn't get that one breakaway run. But once again, between Mason, Carter, Aiden Young with a really nice catch on the outside tonight. But once again, got to give it to the guy that drove the bus tonight, and that's Parker Johnson. Once again, congratulations, Parker Johnson.
And as we close out here, once again, your Good Hope Raiders beat the Dora Bulldogs 35-15 in their last region game of the year. Of course, we got one more game next Thursday night here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network. Is me and Tyson or Dylan.
Maybe
maybe Tyson, maybe not, maybe Dylan. Who knows? We might just have a special guest up there. Who knows? But anyways, next Thursday night, join us as we call the Good Hope versus Fairview game, which I'm sure 99.9% of y'all will be there. As that is going to be a great one next week. As I can confirm that Fairview did win their game tonight, and we won our game, so we have an 8-1 Good Hope going against a 9-0 Fairview to end the year out. But last thing I do want to mention is as I had a text from somebody a little bit ago. We had a band member who had a medical emergency on in the stands over there. We just want to give our thoughts and prayers out to her. Hopefully you're good to go tomorrow for Mud Creek. If not, just please get better, as we wish you nothing but prayers over here on our side. But that'll be it for us, Tyson. Me and, it was a fun one tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, it didn't go exactly the way we planned it, but it ended the way we thought it would. Once again, congratulations to Coach Scott, the whole coaching staff, the players for another region win. Unfortunately, looks like we're going to probably finish second in the region to Hamilton, and that's okay. Hamilton's a really good ball club.
Yep.
So look forward to seeing everybody, hopefully. And like I said, I hope to be there. I'm going to try everything I can to make sure I'm there. But, make sure that everybody comes out next Thursday night. We really want to pack that stadium, kind of repay the favor to them that they paid us last year. Not only with a win, but, that atmosphere last year for that Good Hope Fairview game at James Shamble Stadium was absolutely electric.
Yes.
And we want to repay Fairview for that by giving them what they helped to bring to Good Hope last year. Want to see the whole community, make that drive out Highway 69 and visit Dafford Smith Stadium, and let's pack that place out and just show these kids that have worked really hard all year what we're capable of, and backing them and help them try to get a good win against a really, really good Fairview team that's ranked in the top 10 in Class 5A.
Well, Tyson, that is it for us. Once again, your Good Hope Raiders win here tonight at Dora High School, 35-15 over the Bulldogs. Join us next week as we cover the Good Hope versus the Fairview Aggies. Once again, that is all for us from the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman.